or a 121. Adeɛ asan achibiom ene ye dwada. Yamamunyina achi eba ene anopa midfield action program yi eso yamakwaba. Munim se dwada nopa weekend activities awodo ekɔ so agudie mu nsɛm na edu dwada nopa eboboa no na yɛde brɛmo biebiem kakra na yɛde di aka no ɛma mo so kyerɛkyerɛ mo adwen ode o message no efa 05515999933 05515999933 and your WhatsApp messages about me de abrayen Samsung 0244 263902 0244263902 which me the videos aba the abrayen of a weekend akriza hodo ekoso ewo wiase afana nyina agudiemu ensem Tony Montana transe yebekɔ ne ho na fe se obekɔ UEFA Nations League match hodo ekoso ewo Europe and club issues hodo injury situations hodo and news nyina bobo gudam nano ode ebre na fe awa Mohammed enso ye wura Africa na yebehwe de ekoso enso ewo maimu Morocco 2025 AFCON qualifiers no egusua ekoso hifo na qualify hifo na still omo epimso ehun so mbe qualify no omo qualify Ghana inimse de efrim yenka ho ene match bekoso wo Accra Sports Stadium Ghana ene Niger ye show yenka ho ye frim na Niger na be free ye group no mu akọ anase Sudan and be free group no mu akọ Morocco Angola de omo edinkan a qualify any other games ani na no ebe baso ba be transfer no aboa na ya hwesa matches enso emu enyina ebi ekoso o memu GPL matches GPL matches ekoso na enyasem keto akra Hearts of Oak oba na omo ebe omanim sese nyoma totom ama Hearts of Oak sese omo aba dem say 9-point difference ase omo na Asante Kotoko etimi aba ma Hearts of Oak abisa Kotoko 3 points wow 18 points na Hearts of Oak ekuta omo akokarela akwakohwe omo kabako omo entimi anti Gold Stars and so elusu de dinkan nyesa against Midiama 2-0 and so ewotakwa TNA park no eso we any other results PPA and so eba Kumasi Asante Kotoko ose Kotoko Tony edibi besere anambwa
sapepe penalty
asem no ase
ka so odwene ho ebe jomsem
edu bia a odwen ho na esa odi yesere
amfa nyese dia
yes odi yesere
nisu na beti
odi yesere Nations FC Kosi Asante Kotoko kambinu omo entimante e Kotoko home ewo aye Obuasi Lenkley Stadium ho na after the game Alexander Menu Regional Secretaries Council Chamber I feel I'm no say on free boys no I feel then some na me na was say forces be na kunti omo like
be say who forces kro chairman wa daroma forces no me hu ai
oh my goodness black man asem to na oba find solutions to asem problem na to no or the best forces to relax now to kutia forces na kutia o
forces ku kutia ga go to lose chairman no say forces be a push you on sense na mo pass
say forces na kutia o
say forces
my goodness the forces na kutia no only Legon City South forces na say Leclerc Legon City is show Between United and show. Ni na nya we.
No my bread.
E so ebu ho ye bre. Ebu ye we ebu na bia mo asemka. Edu be adam ho ani kakeke. Coach Ogum say omo ya de na chances na offense nations goals no mo share no. Omo an work dey say omo Kotoko na create chances more omo say there na enye nations na work ko say look at this come on see na me we are dey serious do and I also say oh my goodness and we any other stories there bobo no I dey ebro for message no bra na yankin kan fa 4 matches Asante Kotoko winning 1 last 5 games, omo winning 1 cry. Omo a draw 1 and omo lose 4 at Waso. Also forces. Okay. Tony, young queen.
The forces be a good people or that.
Kahuna forces be antiens uswa.
That's a godfather. And then a Juada and Sando Dawson, a P, Yamatil for, and then I have 4 Quabanian too far. Never in summer air cross so uncle for a cruise. So, yes, shall send for Philly Castley, I swear, yeah, or your interim manager, Emma the 3 Lions, a free stacker Southgate, a free hall as head coach, Emma Englano, Lee Castley, and a Sir Jimenemu. Now, about 6 matches, and not that, and a BBR, and so a banner year. Says a free January 1. New coach Emma England Thomas Tuchel and Ebabe Borjuma Eddie Amomo. Now her matches are Lee Castley a boy and 6 matches or in 5 a draw 1 a share 16 goals a conceding only 3 and England a share Republic of Ireland by 5 goals to nothing and the last game managing the 3 Lions na Enra Omon Ejane Kwan kama painting after the game players and the officials no issue support and love Emma the outgoing coach Thomas Tuchel and then new manager for January obetimi Abojuma and the Ama England national team. Now after the game Lee Castley Asia media and ochiro in the last match how are all free mu and they are projecting Niema for the incoming coach Tuchel Mubiente Sama Lee Castley Eddie Tuja.
A way to see this period out. You've got the team promoted to the elite level and 4 whole new goal scorers for England. What did you say at half-time?
Well, I told them to keep believing what we were doing. I think it's important that the reaction of the crowd when we come off at half-time, they were very vocal in terms of being behind the players. I spoke to the players about that, like, you've got the crowd with you. They're excited. They've seen that you're intent in trying to score, and that's a big thing. I just asked them to believe in themselves. We were always going to get goals. It was just a matter of time, and I'm just glad that we took our chances.
That Kane pass to set up the opening penalty is what the quality that you see from him when he gets in those positions.
Definitely, yeah. I think he's. We spoke about it for the last few days. He's an outstanding player on and off the pitch, and it was brilliant that he's hit that pass.
You've seen so much youth and quality come through, some really nice combinations today.
Lee Castley, no, interim manager, I'm at the 3 Lions, say, dear, matches in Champagne for edition in Sano, Wayen Juma, or we need Makuma Kwenum, a draw only 1. Now, more than 1 Sonny Pound in some way, Eddie Ejaye. Now, Captain Emma England, Hurricane. Also, Lee Castley say, and a welcome new manager, Thomas Tuchel say, if we January corner, or not any manager. On the Bojuma, Eddie Abu.
Really good. It's never easy coming off the back of a Euros and then going again in the September camp, and then obviously Nations League. There's always a little bit less talk, a little bit less aura around it. So it's important that you stay motivated. And I thought he brought a great energy. And yeah, we wanted to win tonight for him as much as ourselves. I think he's been top drawer, plus the staff behind him as well. Obviously, we'll still see him around the 21s, and I'm sure they'll be pushing Thomas to get a few more players up from there. But no, I'm really proud of the lads that we could finish the job off for him.
Hurricane Enra match number some winning Eddie Jack coach Danase normally Janu Kwan Kama Enra and Pabi Biako so number 10 huno English under 21 team no na omo obisa Thomas Tuchel betimi select more players every U21 no because players do every drop from the national team no kwada na the best amount no ma omo 2 games omo boy etwa to no omo etimi edin kunim matches awo draw omo etimi boy yanko Inter Milan asoye na omo director Beppe Marotta chirema empa Inter Milan any AC Milan omo pese omo free San Siro after several years South Milan clubs next year kan that famous and great stadium. Now Inter Milan omanya kwa land Rozono any Milan outskirts bese omokosi a new stadium and AC Milan so ato a new area San Donato so establish a new stadium and both Inter and AC plans say omaga sebenya stadium of their own obi abesi stadium na fe omatimi asia kan na San Siro no omo enso etimi every hall mo Federico Chiesa every Serie A animu and a Premier League na say obo ede ama Liverpool na Chiesa free Juve no epra kwa Serie A no or very dominant but Jini Dimpa ho na so ba England ye hu Chiesa sa na no ena Inter Milan bobo kona GD pass January omo call Liverpool so omo prefer ko Chiesa on loan na den a omo ensa bekanti Inter Milan call Liverpool so yes omo enya Chiesa on loan na enka omo enso ebebepa Galatasaray na Victor Osimhen from Napoli obolon edi amomo na ne modemo aso nipa kofo GD pass Osimhen January clubs ahodo no edi sika Kessben kofo no every Napoli and Galatasaray for no hremu a omo ne release clause buyout clause bibia nshem say January omo betimi eja player na kwan amanako na so mo de wi ne masiko na Victor Osimhen oye happy so obo ema Galatasaray nti January de omo anya very sure say boy no enso ebefum omumu enso akọ obeka Emmanuel Petit oye French ni a wabo pen e de ama Arsenal Football Club oye winning member France 1998 World Cup winning team na Emmanuel Petit na oka ho bi na Petit say French Ligue 1 say there attention and any hobiem obiani ho a ope so her French Ligue 1 because omayem from so PSG the greatest mistake omaye pa and it's omujaye Emma Messi every club no koye no o se Messi nti French Ligue 1 no losing the bars enya dia media no e follow biem obiani ho a obepe oye outsider so her Ligue 1 PSG omo any adwene a ye dey manage a big club like PSG because Messi onunti na attention media no all over the world na obia epeso follow French Ligue 1 no and na Messi any Ligue 1 no league no enkoye obiampo attention enso eni holomo ye nto aso enko Barca Pedri Barca and Spain midfielder the contract no Barca focus a omo no consider be ya obetime extend Pedri ese ampa na nema said both parties omo penalty enchakra omo beriche agreement say ono o ese contract e the ama Barca omo football club Real Madrid defenders ne pine prepra na would me say from 2 weeks bani nyina no yes over 100 agents and I contacted Madrid president Florentino Perez obia pese ode na kwada eba defenders ne de Madrid omo backline no pina ne prepara say omo bumper just makeshift omo ema midfielders everybody defense na for omo ye changes kakra e wa chiri ho no mo Florentino Perez nso onye na adwene say sa agents a omo pro 100 da obia pese de ne player ba no obetie Carlo Ancelotti ene Director Nankasa Presido eguso a omo etoto ne ma for the way for them Ramos there omo catch on and the agent say there is no way back Madrid bobo kono Ramos abesom okọ eni kwan sam man opportunity biem emo no enso etimi eba Joshua Kimmich ofrimu Germany omo share 7 omo ne boss na eboy na omo share 7 no na Joshua Kimmich efrimu o se na you know money frame no enye pra senke pra ka all last for 60 minutes until after international break no obetimi asia kan e de ama Bayern Munich omo football club no wey eso ani ejina ne akokofa ni what scientific omon krato kakra bi aba ye ba pe ye the more foreign stories eto asomani wa fidie no emfem free ha
ahai the what scientific clinic onyankopon adawroma odisa yaresa bia wey abesia nom se obi biara ohaw biada ne so bia no aye yare de onnam yenso na entimi enye de ensa ne yare ebia me no ka sei mi yare na me bebuboso no ebi kura na mantimi amo yare so oba nyankopon sei onnam yenso enam haban so enam mpaebo so ebetimi atu yare na se ama ho ato ebia odie ne ye awosem na ehaw ebia oye bema no entimi sori nyina so kra ansa na bema ne be sori agina so no eye moja enedeko entise moja entimi ndie frusa ni ye a bema no entimi nya dey because bema na ye dindindin nyina eye moja na afele ni sa ebia me no kasa ne de odie na awu eda ho fom kojo a entimi nsori kura no yankopon na mienso ebema na ahaban so amana sori ama ososo ho ato be ne ye meto nchia wo ho bi ebia na oso de ne de odikobo ania na abesle ko free premature ejaculation oba ebi wo honom kra eye adwimu na wose ye de ye cycle de bia me kasa ebi wo honom enye dro enye bibia na ye dro oba ye no bedi nkomo na said the problem ni sitie no ya hwe ehunu problem no aha ye scientific clinic things ya yare sa no ye demonstrate wan kasa wo yare no na wo mu se o kono aduro na okono no wanya hotoso se said the tie bia no ho ye de ebeto hanum ye nheda ma waduro keke ye ma waduro wa bra ye hunu problem no because amre sika ho ye de enti se o mo obi aduro no wa onim de ya aduro ni kwakoye na se okono ma duro na se ankwa wa ha nipa kro na de ne ye typhoid typhoid so say enya wa wan hwe ya ohun typhoid betimi am yetwa won so epilepsy etwere wo ne ka say ebia na wonam a wotwahye ama wachinia enkwa meso bra ene me meto ntia ebia na wo de no eye pressure na tena so achepa ebia me no ka say uda form team stroke abubu agufom anase yare na amana obubu agufom tima untimi nsori no fremini ni hu komo wanya prostate problem odun so a enyeye anase esi wo prostate cancer na say wo ho crowd of person check say o prostate no eye adwuma ya oba ye betimi a check ebia na wo de ne ye eba na wo pede a yankopon adom ebetimi adom aboa wo ebia na ma no wo de ne ye fibroid na hawo me no ka say obi wo no ma the problem pa ye halitosis okasa esenti wo mu pa wo bepie ya so ya no ma ye behwe ba bi e free ba na yetimi ade etu ase ama wo ebia wo ko ye so cholesterol wo cholesterol ebia wo kidney problem wo liver problem me no ka say ye nuama no owo brebebre infections e ha omo enam say ye ni proper hygienic places a ye jaya na say ye junso ana say yinti no say infections nko ade a betimi aba ama ye nso so yetimi atutu ama ho ato ebia na wo de ne ye bone problem nka say mu na hwo papa ebia na wo de ne ye ulcer ye betu ase e de ama me no ka say ebia na wo de ne ye hernia wo de ne ye diabetes o de ne pressure yare bia ha obia no emre ni ntie bia na mentime mu boy yare ni nyina so ni what scientific clinic ma se atonsu ba bia free ba e wo Ghana ha bia oba o se oba atonsu Monaco junction bedu a number no na wuwo no 0244 087 687 ofre a mema ya ba be faw aba ho udu adansi wura banka opposite pe ene ne mo se signboard ne bo kakraka e ho ni what scientific clinic o mo se e ho no mo no ya hyehyɛ ensa crate bebre ho no adansi wura bank opposite
Accra, your mile 7, Edeko Tantra Quine no so no. Janet Corner, your kwan ho pe. Ubedroom mile 7 overhead, na ofre ya homa true for no. Ye betre wo kwan. Wherever you are in this world, either you are in Ghana or you are not in Ghana, you can call or WhatsApp us and we will arrange how to help you.
What scientific clinic? Nyanko ponda romancy. Wa hoto ebeba. Amen.
The What Scientific Herbal Clinic and Kratso Tiawa and Eco Farm, Bomodian friend numbers no na Eco Neko J Wayarisa. Yanko Chelsea Asway, Enzo Maresca, Chelsea manager, or Barnanko for GD Passer, on yet tried and tested. No so far, so very good for Chelsea. When you say Enzo Maresca, Chelsea training grounds, I will come no erected a big screen. Our training grounds on the man or the chip players no. Omo mixes a hodwa omo ye e matches mu. According to the Mirror, almost a Man City prepare a contract offer. Ellen Haaland, the contract no, omo tre mu e di amano. Na sika omo de man be the highest paid Premier League player. So far £500,000 a week. And only sika yet is a City e di Emma Ellen Haaland. So far doje kese pa in the Premier League no I have £400,000. Ellen Haaland enya tiasia obekọ £500,000. Now be the highest paid player in the English Premier League. Now Troy Deeney, retired footballer. Now somebody at Tujano very debatable. Or say Mohamed Salah or excellent player. And you can say Liverpool Emmanuel contract no say ewu as a engu and Salah extended. No Mo Salah yentiye. Onye world class player or no on cancer ba say on mentor Mo Salah wabra Vinicius Junior emo ewo Salah onye world class player on na ya adwene Salah or world class and now onye world class Troy Deeney on Talk Sports yentiye no.
Say the truth. Play both sides of the fence.
And what is your truth?
I'm not I'm not like most of these people. I think Mohamed Salah is excellent. I think he's a pivotal part for Liverpool. They should never let it get to this situation. But I understand there's a financial structure around that they want to try and keep to. But my argument has always been that I just don't think he's world class. But again, world class is a different opinion. What I think to world class is, would I want my children to play like that player? That's what I think is world class. So if I was asking my kids who got to be forwards, I would be saying I would like them to look at what Vinicius Junior does as opposed to Mohamed Salah. But his goals, he scores an unbelievable amount of goals.
Troy Deeney and no say Mo Salah on your world class. Obeka chene ma say omo hwe Vinicius ball mum on can't say omo hwe Mo Salah ball. Alan Pardew, a former manager in the English Premier League, West Brom, and so many of the big class in the Premier League. Alan Pardew so on Talk Sports. Also there be and seven at Troy Dini Eka Mo Salah or a world class player.
So Mohamed Salah. Is Mo Salah world class? Yes or no? Pops?
Yes. Numbers. If you look at his numbers, you'd have to say he is. And you know, when you look at the international team that he's playing for, unfortunately, a little bit like Ian Rush when he was at Wales, hasn't really got the platform to do it at world level with his country.
He's won 3 Golden Boots in the Premier League, 274 appearances, 165 goals, 75 assists.
That's my point, exactly. You know, when it's all good having an opinion, but if you're going to have an opinion, back it up.
Troy Dini Enya Mo Salah or a world class player. Man United, Omujidi pass Kobe Menu the contract no abe extended now for Kobe or representing now and the future of Man United. The Kobe Menu contract no obetime extending at the moment. Christian Eriksen United heard himself obe free cloud as a free agent. Someone the contract ni ewa Omo renew and Ruben Amorim all starting the gym as new Manchester United manager into coach, you know, and day one ono and so etimi ashase Frank Lampard says Coventry City and then director passer Lampard former coach, no coaching job no na ontimi manage club no. Robin van Persie a former Arsenal player Oko United you could be silence akonya beba dachi obetimi return to Arsenal na ono so no onye sure so betimi aba Arsenal bim because the moment onye free Arsenal eko Man United no onye feeling be say Arsenal for engine into ne engine too much na nem onim de dachi no enso ebetimi akire holim say Luis Ocampos a company for na Arsenal for air consider mo say Edu Gaspar Sporting Director ni Jimmy no free hono Luis Ocampos ebetimi ababaye ne replacement Tottenham Hotspur aka Timo Werner say ni loan deal no pass some year omo renew BM Man United striker Joshua Zirkzee ohuso ama Juventus enya na omo enso epe Pedro a former Chelsea a player na obo in the Serie A Emma Lazio the contract no a so name Pedro according to him which say Lazio for ebe extended at the amano Victor Gyökeres informed striker the modern mono and Tranquil and Otto Sporting Lisbon as a January he is not for to make Puna till the end of the season. Godfather Wadaroma and then a Juada and Menu Janiana a Janin Kofo a cross on Semino Yenina way so na yemfensie.
Okay, Tony you begin so near the here the see na messages no dia kira Tiezekov Mohammed.
Okay.
How to folk. Good morning boss. Another Tata Swiss win in Tamale yesterday. A big congratulations to coach Ni Asafwache Abubakar Ouattara Nete and his boys for that sweet victory over Karela yesterday. In fact, we are appealing to the board of Accra Heart of Folk to give Ouattara a 10-year contract extension. 10-year contract extension.
Zekov.
Yes. The man is too good. And I'll be naming him after I'll be naming my first son after him. Phobia. Zekov no nadiwe ebrem.
Zekov.
Yes.
Ma save date no.
Yeah, save.
Ma save date no.
But the main kind earlier messages in the video.
Where your latest?
Yes, yes.
What do you call archives?
I do call archives. Good morning, boss. We started talking about Coach Ouattara since day one, and our own people think we hate him. We must hate someone. We must not hate someone just for nothing. Okay, Heart of Folk losing to a newly promoted side, and we should see it as normal. Ouattara played 17 games last season, made his own recruitment, had his own preseason, and this man is telling us to give him time. Sack him now, or we'll sack him ourselves. Zekov, no. And the way so bad, lawyer Kwamra Kessben, birthday, no. Emra lawyer D birthday. Yeah. Say, good morning, boss. Happy birthday to lawyer Kwamra Kessben. May Allah continue to bless you, Father. Anyway, I just don't understand why our management are still backing Coach Ouattara after his symbolic performance, or he has suffered them.
Coach now has a drew.
Yes. Our board and management should be proactive and take the right decisions for the in the interest of the club. Sack Ouattara now, else we'll go winless in our next 5 games. Mark my words.
Zekov
Mohammed. Yes. and then also the ba beto water.
Hey, yes, I'm a coach in 10-year contract. And Zekov dead and Zekov now. And I'm in situation.
Yes, about this. Okay.
Supporters.
Yeah, very easy.
Win can be a
oh, Casimia, careful. Oh, true, be a bassy and kaya. I careful.
Yeah.
And I will send him video be an hour maybe a bar. I careful.
Let me say keep records for her.
Yes, keep records for her. And now Zekov Mohammed also obawo bad not to Watara.
Aye.
Wow.
Now Oya Saf watching.
Oya Saf watching. Our man 10-year contract extension. Wow. Yakwaba na fiye ba beto aso de amamom Kumasi Asante Kotoko ene kra de ana efisi ma menka Kotoko asem kra wa ha na ami wo mo ati wo mo enti no omo hu de omo nye sisi okay me go kojuju nkomo kakra me ba na fiye de akari nyina enso atoa moso Kessben television Kessben 93.3 weekend activities ahodo no and I bobo no memenda ene kwasiada enti momfa mo messages numra na nkenkan na fe mo amodi videos eba 0244263902 lawyer our Dumako Kwale Accra anu achia o mame ede amame ano paper oso mechiano iguswa bompa ye ibia zo bekoso kama pa. All right. Dr. Edmond Arthur atrase wa bonnet ni vinegar ni bi or the flask no esiho wa trim mic no smile kakra doc akwaba
Sejo
say yeah
pacho jamiadum eye pa pacho na nso e
nakopadum bibia koso kama pa me ho ding
pa
jamiadum
me ntimi ho
yes me ho de kra che da bia me kan ase da bia me ho din all right ana pa dey na the brain and then Jordan no pa
Sejo mpacho me da sipa se nyame afa osoma menya opportunity KCC on Kessben management anope enkomo a ewo ho nyina ne se meni age na wotwe mu mene some church bi program ya Masori Pentecost ana afin so company kasiye bi power Accra invite me for occupational health,
okay,
as part of one of the areas I mentioned. So you introduce me 10 mubo ya nsi pumacho.
Na hu nyama de
Idia me pepper Edmondo de Papa.
Oh, okay.
Edmondo de Papa.
Now o nickname no. Oh, okay.
The nickname I'm a physics lecturer back with the
Edmondo de Papa.
De Papa.
Toronto baby.
Yo, Sejo Midase, anope yama etiefo na hwefo nyina nso akwaba the back Kessben Sports so. Nyame ya adom 30th program kese baso ewo ifia hanu se ya yede medical screening and a blood donation exercise eba.
Yeah,
and as part of the medical screening no nyame adom ENT ene doctors omohwe eni ne esen eba yebeye moja mu nhwehwemu na moja mu nhwehwemu no de mesre obia se obebo modern pa so obeba especially the free no unim oba the ye free no bomodern so obi na kwa ade ye free de mesre bomodern say obey no akọ menye bi nja bi de ebia liver no cholesterol ne kidney no I be a beje 100 cedis per test instead of 200 no no so wa ho ndem po so na boso me no so a oba ye why bitima ya mo ne mo no de be ye free nyina blood pressure sugar hepatitis moja dodo HB ne mo ne keka nyina mesrew bo mo den se obeye obeye de de nipa bibiri ba ye labs na yeah ba ni team ne doso nti ye pese ye ni sase na bi obi abitima contem nti be stress no die bo modern se obeye especially sugar say
30th November asida house ya bia fa ni nchira sa opportunity we unya ne babia ubenya no hakura na ebe che
say nti hia ne say on say na afimu ya ye screening bebre na the conclusion nyina ne say ye wia obi ho a wonim say na bibisi ehye no ho
sure
ye wia ye hu say bibisi ho a ye no di nkomo ebi ompo a ye ma waduru ye sremo ya ye kase ye ma waduru amonte ase enye bibia na ye adru ebi ho ehia kasachire ebi ho no ehia enkyerɛkyerɛ fa woduane ho ne time a wodidi nti ye de saade ne mamu ne ya obi ho oba na sɛ wa ma no adru a ne wadwa wadwa asib sɛ wonim ne o ye me pamacho ye mpɛsɛ ye bɛ si ye ton nu na mamu da bi monte ase wo sa kwan so sɛ jo
30th ni simimenda
nti so obia bebia wo Ghana ha bia me pa chaw ebi kura be koso Accra branch ebi nso be koso Takrade branch ha ye pese Kessben etie for all respective areas ni nyina no omotimi nya omochefa ha ne mom blood donation ne de e Kumasi pe and be blood donation say yo this week no na me wo Kumasi Accra Thursday no me papa ba ko Professor Santi. In fact, or Pemassim, or man, the prophecies for be or ye, or my colleagues, every home. So you now, Bakwa Sema or can say, or more the idea is taken by the friends and golf, okay, golf, good, or more call for more golf. So you, Obi one sugar or so, Obi one the blood pressure or so. Anna, Prof, a catch almost so, or more fabian being gunsu, no more to Madrian. So say you. Back no buy mommy when it's Saturday no Thursday no in fact man, I was so proud, I was so happy. And when to me straight if we hear say so we are real what the word drew bia one of hwesonom na mom unsi obi a one of so fa bi ojigu say you nyama menu na maka wo word drew bia one of no hwesonom unsi obi a one of so kura nso ye den fa bi ojigu Oko check up a medical doctor and the DSC no obechiro de wo se wo ye eno na e wo so hye ne so o pese wo jai edru no de a o mfiti prekopenso njai oba Balm of Gilead clinic Kumasi Accra ne Takrade a ye do beto diet regimens eso diet regimens ne ye bibia fe no content control, portion size control and a pattern control say you anope me pese memra aka no ye de hwe bibi fa diabetes complication. One of the complications are an opinion person a ketone acidosis. So you and me back ketone acidosis. Ya kase ketone acidosis.
Ketone acidosis.
Yes, you need pidiano. Your main source of fuel a ye a honden energy a yinyano a glucose. Intano pay what the cocoa, what the amon, what the bayre, what the awachi, what the Tom Brown, what the oat. A citrus engum, what the tea bread and normal, a citrus engum, brown bread and a white bread and a wheat bread and a yes citrus pound, and you are near what dinner in an a carbohydrate and a breaking down as glucose. Medical cassava sugars at home. I may have fructose as fruit sugars, sucrose as table sugars, I be a cancer polysaccharide and sweet starches. Now, you didn't call the pedium breaking down as glucose. Baby, a tenor. Mogenum. Etna mogenum na nyame nyansem ne your organ bia your friend pancreas. Pancreas no cells a woman no beta cells no ne release ade friend no insulin. Insulin ne kia eboama temporary esichire na abetena mogenum no ebe free mu ama enkwamo ne di na wenya ahonden as Edmondo the Papa wenya ahonden as Sergio the Papa.
Sure.
You the Sergio the Papa
ka we the Papa ne wa and Edmondo Leuco.
So you know, and to what happens is that say glucose no absorber a cotona and quamono and chain and woman. Na nyame ni hu glucose no be could see your friend glycogen. And Tabra win the day, no. Those glucose no back. Na a reservoir, no where did it? Abra win the no, I mean. But a cobase who escape breakfast with brave. Will be an opa only did with your song 10 beer, a rabbit, an opa bear 11, 12, 1, and I would did barco pay me part so and yet. And yes, I do.
Hey, come on,
the moment said you, when the D and carbohydrate sources be a new mogenum. There's something called fat. Sa fat, you know, it break it down as maybe a friend ketones. Sa ketones, a cobas will need glucose or mogenum for cells to utilize that and then a back. A babaka and yet it means what go through starvation and also what challenge with your insulin. Maybe glucose no, but there is a challenge with the insulin to absorb the kind of saying we know a best signal glucose in our cells no and utilizing. There's a challenge with insulin, and I say when you're diabetic. But what starving one man? What did you buy? Area where escaping breakfast. A bassa, there is not enough. A kind of saying glucose. And the bassa fat now. A woman genuine are breaking down as ketones and a sauce no be utilized. And to know when you be friends saying ketones, no, I build it up, pile up, no about being ketone acidosis. And to what check with Johnson, your parameters are yeah urine routine examination, your ketones or whether I say there's a trace and that's a trace in him. And when the measure a tier for ATN, I for age say, you're doing someone who now who say, fasting now 1 year over some time or no, 1 year urine analysis are. Ketones woman ketones pile up ubenya ketone acidosis basa na the whole lot of complications and anyoma be bring never say you hear say ko ba say when na ketone acidosis are symptom when the day. Number 1, being very tasty and to come at don't tentem. Number 2, o don't son tentem. Number 3, obi onu wana ni yem ne ya ni yem timi ne ya obe check peptic ulcer obe kwa kwatwa abdominal pain obe kwatwa sound scan obe say woni ne follitis woni kidney stone woni gallstone bia o be na ni yem ye ne ya ana obi so onu mu a obre ansa na wahome obi so onu mu a obe say most of the time no why you confused. Why you confused? A common so didn't tentem and more importantly no only urine routine examination na ketones ewom enti say do ye kwen mesro wo ye obi a wo
ebi musu ba no
yes onye pastor
once no must keep breakfast
enye no credit e ba kope aduane ense so we skipping ano papa e wo meal no 3 major meals no e breakfast because o die no wa fasting cells in our brain no can utilize about 25-30%. And take base where skip at what was when and daku di crampa a hard and then also no Nipedian winning said you we a different area. What did you when you do? O condo say also we did and say no there's a release of hydrochloric acid about 1 to 3 funny pH level now about 1 to 3 Anna pepsin. And to the moment what think so be there has been a release na build it up also pa go sunu no when you be friend acid reflux and na gate obon so koye endoscopy yes when gastroesophageal reflux disease na no so ewo ho enti be straight here for say breakfast bibria ya skip na emwa anopa okoko kakra na obenya bibi kakra di so wo ye fasting dia fine be fasting wintimi nya to 360 days no enti say do ene futua ya de be ma ye tie for na ehwe we ye
futua ko afata am nyina odwina manfo hododo wow na fa kakra so
enti ya ko ye say do me da say ya be straight here for say wo diabetes na wo pese to ase mawa braba mo gina trust me oba ye bet your bet as I say and say do ye fed run to diabetes as and to oba me hono wo de wani tua say obeji edu akono ma me sure ne memma diabetes e diet content how obenwa no with biogen and then do portion size do also within pattern time also within aduane mo du no within no pa na awia na enwumre na okwakoda na unhia more calories no akọ the light food great the de be more be boama beta cells na release more insulin no be won say onko no bi anya sa obenya kidney problem say you dey see anya mo chena be hwe emema health say you o chena anya mo wa won tie say you program no in fact one machine e ma enema me chire say you no pa no ye be wura sex mu oh yes
manaro mrantem
ya be sex health ochina nyamboa omo trust me sex health ochina no pa yes sex health patran say yo yes
Balm of Gilead ho sambe na wakane ne
biogen no say do ana me ka say prof mo aye advocate powerful biogen no and to make sure say if free samria kwen ewemu style bi on say cold, catarrh, sneezing, wensi. A bus and means that there has been a suspension of viruses atmosphere no. And to boost antibodies na a bois abra wodi anka wodi abrobe wodi watermelon wodi kodumo na wodi building so gunsioma onom no a fortify immunoglobulins no. A basa there wouldn't be a penetration of pathogens it be a virus it be a say because what fortify on yes and so total stress so stress build up a pile up with a two immune system so because there will be a release of cortisol and adrenaline no na a man near hard and say do be a war tie bia efiti bogatanga we dey na ya account MC of bogatanga one anyway you be stress mo me pay mo ba asida house wa e bi wa ha akran so bi wa mo frɛ ya mo pese mo tu beton mo ba your premises wa na ha mo be nya bi number ne 0539 86 38 0539 86 38 and I said 0240 51 21 71 0240 51 21 71 yeah what the cabin M20 furniture any Ejida hotel and next any opposite and Accra your West Legon pharmacy wa Mubisa pharmacy Westland pharmacy na omo betchio mo and atakwa den so anaji yeto anaji choice martin so if it would be so na so ope baby a ubenya sap konkno dia babam of girl not to be with an ebusuem bia nyu bi mfangunsum still a promo no or record no sejo ya da super
yes you da super kan ho ebrasida house ho benya bam of Gilead ni bi omo vinegar no bi ato Kwame Amuakon former PE tutor okay on the two misafo no last week we share Kwame Osambusam say do not tell me ya na me dia no pa coping be 3 sana Kwame ukote ne fa he asemu just me do say nyame nko an watu mefo wo de ne nam na watu nkofo futubone ti nkofo enya sa ya reji na Kwame akon kan wo
na ize ni na yi
Kwame sa akwa
ize ni na yi
sizeri na si
mi
ana o
na ba kwa yi
Kwame na kwa brutal footballers but the doctor Monata so boa so no one can do be abuse so anopamedi dia go be 3 as no didi
but general papa na minim pa se wa ben but na minim so ye that big
okay
until say na no me call Bam of Gilead
I see wanga so ko
makoho no na was so surprised
I see
just we share the orderliness ufia bekwa ufia bekwa na
de school down
enfidie ukọ hospitals akese ha se wunya bi no ni na da bi o ubi say me ko be catch me call checkups 3 times in a year every 4 months I do it na general ya de be bre nipa yenya nyina fa because yen call checkup enti enhu ne ntem ensia no ntem yenimra ehun so na agency mu no nurse for bi on say ne wraba ne de oye nam se tobo ma me record it time I say udi any day say udi dey ni kwan say udi say o te say dey no can say H pylori and all that there
makodi ni mfidie ni nyina mu no come do's and don'ts
ebi wa su dey den kakra but wow we say fruits ne bi acidic ebi so ye alkaline base enti no ye kire wa na abehu say ne ma
sometimes time so amanfo ho papa
benya bread the amount
brother that's you
unim de wo ye na sin nsempaka
yes
anopa de wo ye no show no so wow edu ba bia menya nkese ye de chew
yes
so
nkese
ye de chew de wo ye na ye sermon ade e be man nipa physical wa ye strong and o ye de mind
free
na I came there
no and BOG vinegar or the be 2 minutes
o ye nkyerechire na BOG no the be 2 minutes a week today number o na nema na o mu kyerechire me no na me imagine say me nka ho asema me hwe kakra me yiye ya nra ko bisa mas
wow
park no so aduma me di o no training gidi bobo na I say wow
da me shira what
me shira
no shira so udemba
ko ba na di nyina be ye nkyerechire a wi anu aka dun kakra na ko eno so na uteska that's aduma na o ye
okay
na chira de ube feature me
Okay.
Be feature me. Me no need say Joe nebe sa sex education. Me no Joe nebe mean.
Me born tilo.
You be can be bia.
Pentecost da sorry pa. Na oti rich give faith nkwa na call Pentecost. I'm saying now for be 5 anu nyina ko bi nyina na omu I'm saying 4 anu we no ja sorry no.
Oza.
Edu so. Yo TV on sorry. We no ye dey we ye dey
Be do otisako.
See utogu so no. Okay, enti na ye be hwan. And then some doors now.
General,
Issues
if you any dozen, first of all, Europe there, in Abanewe, international break in Abanewe, Ura friendly Castle, I won a final match, beautiful final match, 5 goals, so I ain't fair the at all. And ne Ura friend, Ruben Amorim, the Messiah, or Statia Jumane,
right,
or the Nkrofobe Num. If you
put record no to mommy,
as you say there, all shots here,
control. Mon record no.
So can be a can be on record. That's a beer can be on record.
Okay.
The Messiah is in.
Yeah.
Into Mr. Ruben Amorim.
Okay.
39-year-old Messiah.
Okay.
Ababi dra obeshene adwumase.
Yati.
Na amanfo nya abutre. Obekire omati wake to abi ebe obeko Eastwich. Na wakoyi bibi kakra wo honom. Yenka bibre wo honom. Real Madrid fo na akire honom no bi aprepra. Papa no so se ompe Sergio Ramos no honsem, but if you the end them say major issues me no. It's about Black Stars and Asante Kotoko.
Oh, so
and probably Hearts of Oak.
Yeah.
The Hearts of Oak one is a positive news, and the Kotoko one, it's a worrying one.
Sure.
Black Stars, they know a cancer. It's cancerous. What's some kind of thing? Until buy me a show say. Sane me assure say very perspective there e be dinti intima ono.
All right, na na fi ka say yenya Kotoko asem no kan sisi na sisi no de be bie no ai be ka be ka kofa riaba ne ma no dia na aginsem gua na egu nti aka so abre yenka other issues na omoso ebu e was Kotoko nsem no
Trinity ya yenya chesoa eni wura nya efuyi sika so adwuma nsan.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because so.
Meko Andy ho na ma hwede ono so the ebre sex education can't wait. Kusabuto.
Dia bem no pa hu
wiase.
Bibribe awa ye nyina. Dia biem na o
Kusabuto pro wiase. And sankai. All right. Andy.
I would do watching from under 12, under 13, under 15, 17, SHS. From our Cape Coast and Avenue.
Cape Coast.
Yeah. To Kumasi. Tatika. Whether you are in animal state. How? You know, me pese me share foreign crabby. International break, you know, England, they march home here no me at Franco. Martin Amuja. I would love to talk about the Sergio Ramos story. And then Troy Dean is most Salah any world class. Now how many world class? Do you know? Most Salah any world class. How many
Troy Dean in the
how many players in the Europe are more consistent than Mo Salah? You know Mo Salah is world class. Blaster assembly ba na jaya di anu atum. Kotoko assembly di yentimi na aka but the reality is say secretary for the coach. Serious. Secretary for the coach. For that one I know for sure.
Circles.
Yes.
Asante Kotoko circles.
Yes.
Epe coach.
Yes.
Abe handle Asante Kotoko.
Yes.
Na the one is on so omfa coach mena na.
No someone who coach no one team more.
Na so team more omone sake.
It still doesn't stop them from the almost person omo ye. Omo pe coach.
Circles.
Yes.
For so the coach akoma Kotoko.
You know.
And how would you grow?
Oh. I had a call yesterday.
Almost a coach mom.
No, mo bisa me coach is be number.
Circles.
Na me say madam for no mo na me kire omo na mfo ne omo to omo nyina be mfiri omo.
Na circles na se forces bi na ekuti omo. No the coach here.
Me say.
The problem about mo so mo yemu so.
I'm the forces be.
E no so forces na ekuti omo.
No matter be.
unti Alexander Benuna.
Dabi. Now why Alex always expect said no. Wa can't once you know asemba who defend the cha. Sa na obey. Alex de bia yenya abotre na oka. The bia koto be match who be a interview no. And I have all the interviews. Na se mi na ye yenya abotre ebe yi. Eno akwa de o say circles will problem nimbi. Coach will problem not players will problem. Don't mean for problem in kwankoma. O a leader. You don't expect him to talk like an ordinary person on the street. But the minimum for sure on say Kotoko circles help a coach.
I see.
You know, Eddie can coach some aboard with him bam. And almost said daddy. Fans will not be happy with some aboard. So person means and be any soon. Fans will not be happy with some aboard. The next point was Coach Tanko. Almost all be making arrangement no nakasa. The final one. Kusika kono. And no cry no more refino. But there be wakaye pow. Ti omo pen a number. And I'm a chiro omo de number. I want to omo and friend and I know that for sure. And I've mentioned 3 coaches.
And I'm on cry they say oni
on attach.
On attach, yes. Coach Thomas Dua.
Coach Thomas Dua so on attach.
Katomi be yeduma no bruta. So on the interim,
yes.
On interim basis. Say or yema next season no madwene ho so no ano no and I say
it depends.
Team our coach on sacking the coach. Nana ni na di. Circles and na mechiri pe coach akoma nana.
Yes. You know, virtually the circles are running the Kotoko now.
Timi bi kan to ma you so.
You know, circles are running Kotoko now on amebwa. Omo na run club. Nti so omo hu ne say nema bi nko ya. That is not appropriate though. It is not appropriate though. Say, Katima also in your board, in your management. Normally take a decision for the club. But then I hear Kotokwa. Now let's man me and Ekobasa. Until Ekobasa or more and a bit take a decision, you know. But I'm not saying said you almost back finally no. ABM penny for BT. But these are the realities. Our Mope coach.
Because he say IMC no, there's no way to Masaki coach.
Yes. And the
and happen cra. Because appear. So with Masaki Ugu. No way.
You see, General, the circles now.
Maybe I'm better recommended, but I want to be Saki coach. Yes.
The NDC circles now, you know, it can be picture. Say there is no well-defined structure in Kotoko.
Exactly.
And opinion say BCC to me no nyina kitana ye Urano. Football no nimu bebre. Enti circles na ekono. Si emfa no so mu pekwan akona na wa akoka kire ne se bia nana coach Omwaya, the obvious question would be na why never boy. Inti madwem say
on part to operate.
Say omo ye omo background check before they go. Probably is the reason they are doing that. In fact, I'm hearing this for the first time. They've lost confidence in the current coach.
Exactly.
Say Ombepe Ekwayako Hinehwa Madriam say so almost GD is Omoya Homboa behind. Honestly, names in everybody. First of all, me assure a foreign coach there. Currently, people will not recommend foreign coach at this time. Until maybe you talk about CK Akono, you talk about Didi Dramani, you talk about Karim Zito, Thomas Dua. Maybe for me, say scanning around, assuming you want to see the back of Oguma, maybe these 4 coaches, you may want to look around them. Didi Dramani, CK Akono, Karim Zito, and Thomas Dua. These are the guys you play around it. Thomas Dua has an advantage. Only CK will advantage. Say, omu unattached. Until it could even be an interim base. Somebody like Didi Dramani is working with the local Black Stars. But I think that Sekotoko Radio, maybe he would want to consider it. Sika Akono is still looking around, hoping to come back. The good thing is that most of these guys, one time or the other, any a chance to serve Kotoko. Didi Aibida, Sika Aibida, Karim Zito Aibida, and such people. And it looks like they have improved over the years. and added to their experience in their season.
Secretary Epiku Chama Kotoko.
Very interesting.
Young Kosu. Your boss was an edge, your boss was me for your time in Uncle. Other issues why I said you any discussing. If you are here for heroes and a heart of hook. As is almost
3 games in a row.
3 games.
They've done really well. I'm goalkeeper now caught 7 games clean sheet.
Wow. 7 games.
Yes. Watch why some of first class has to go for keeper no. I'm gonna rely on him.
Okay.
It has a idea for 3 games. Maybe any good starts will show on first game.
Yeah.
But you know, nations in can nations.
Sure.
This season on my idea in away games. But venue wouldn't say difficult to know. No much me akwa results. On my idea, you know, these are probably and then Blaster call up and say, "Oh, mama, local players no more."
Yeah.
Be about account and game against Niger. Or still,
Mondays casting there. Niger game no.
Oh yeah, we discuss. No, to have to say, jogging club ne Matias Sama, opekro ne Capello, and the Carlo Ancelotti ni Giovanni Trapattoni nkoye dwuma. Ye Ghana from fire. Ye mfa de ono ne be adwuma ho. Opa onka Ferguson ne Pep no mfa Carlo na your pains in count. We are not interested. What we are interested in Blasters and the performance of
Unka some na okay no. Ana also osisen.
Osi.
That's some no can make say. Osi Otuado sisen. Because either who can who quote na who can opinion. Because I didn't get it well.
On the kind.
Otuado say.
One quote na she ho but twice can na 17.
Sapelo no kan wan ka sa.
No. On one account. So let me get the quote.
Osi oni jogging club ayejuma Matias Sama oni Edin Terzic ayejuma nti Ghana for kasa fa no ho even though result na bad but or party say we mu na wa form once top guys we
okay that's a person quotation and we answer no opinion because okay Otuado say no the o can na akoye say
no pre-match na kasa
I overheard him. In what capacity did he work with them? It's very important. And what is he delivering on the pitch? Very important.
Gary Neville, Crowley's Ferguson, I think Gary Neville will do it.
David, Christian team was good enough to coach the Premier League team. A Premier League. On a bahano, Yakasawasa.
He played against Jurgen Klopp, you say you worked with.
Yes. You want on the ball. Yeah.
Well, in the Ocean Black Stars, out of Morocco 2025. But Niger, and I say Sudan. And I be joining Angola. And ne inti eno so no ye be hwe ho nsem kakra na ye de ato edwa. By the game no esa man for ko yo.
E free ana.
Say we free G5.
So come boni free.
Game we man continue NSG ska.
E also mo boni free no mo penny patch also o mehwe. E also mo boni free di no. Omo dis kan dey ade. This kan on free dey no dey.
Okay. Inti Eberisha Sadman Munafia Africa Kakra. Kotokum is just being wicked to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. He himself knows that he has hit the rock and has nothing to offer the club again. But he won't resign. Why is the Kwame Che and his nations always not taking Heart of Oak serious as they take Kumasi Asante Kotoko? Clearly, the Kwame Che is taking vengeance on Asante Kotoko, but he will never win this battle. Jam school. And anyway, and so nations.
Make league no ye FA Cup. Yes.
Oh, but also on show. What league also? Okay.
As I am corona na jam school ken. O say Dr. Che ehia kotokwa. O fani serious. Tikotoko to be no. Ni mu shia hasa. O fani serious. No GDA say we take revenge on Kotoko.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's saying.
All right. And then
me dey no international embarrassment at Black Star enya.
Okay.
Ye bebo video no Nigeria Kuka, former West Ham midfielder.
Yeah.
Say you when the time reaches ye
so it was all over weekend.
Yes.
One for yes.
It's so embarrassing. Say you and last season minim say at a point in time Kotoko lose 4 games beat Twaso. Against Karela, against Accra Lions, against Nations, against Adriana. Say you aside Twaso 4. And next game against Adriana. And said you things have not been so well for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Things have not been well at all. Said you Koba. And then said you Libya so at the case na Koka said you.
Okay.
Omune Nigeria case no,
issue,
yes.
yeah.
Omo de caucus. Nti omo file se cast entena asem no so emma omo. Na ene game na omo bebo no provided say omo betimi awini against Benin, it can possibly help them to qualify to the AFCON.
Right.
So we say you koba.
And then you try that you teach home crankra issues no doso. Na fi be rem kakra e de mamo. New Alasa Bosengwa say hi general. If the criteria is not about looks, then why is Benjamin Masari not keeping the post for the Black Stars? Akwada goes so for. And Ket should stop talking to Ouattara. He won't coach the Black Stars da. Akweni majuma. Alasa Bosengwa known how to folk fan ewo kroma. No so the way a brain.
The first person
also Black Stars collapse nye animunia dey hwe dey.
Say nyese ho ofa. No ho ofa ni
dey.
Okay, say has coach equipa na friend.
We know be the kind wa has one and moka.
When you are sorry. Enya ho ofa ni different. Na adi engineer friend.
All right, deal wait you so.
Chief, and I'm coming to me yellow kakra wo your local league so and I kakra so Blasters. Blasters, there's been some good news for local players after performance. I was at Simpson Edanidi. Now, the other day we were discussing say even local player between opportunity about Blaster area bay or position bay in the part between me be a ball or be excel or honmo. Now, Osha central defense or how yenya focus for and say intimate things Simpson make a big statement for himself and for the other guys are more Ghana Premier League. But with Blasters, there are 3 major areas here. Sejo me pese me di hon kobo peace or board so. Okay. Major areas in back central defense. Central me when the boy is 6 say as a national team. We don't have one. We have personnel but 6 adwuma no moye de maye no. And then in the final third I'll be talking about some of the details emo Otuado. But Sejo me nim say what it be dia. Otuado after Niger say yen ko AFCON no. Ono an ode yeko or obo World Cup qualifiers in area. Obeja ship no dem captain for. So no one idea kodia. Then some of these big boys are who are more European night, European afternoon, European weekends, Say Joe, or more time in the national team, you be wasted. Look, if somebody is convincing people, say, man, a breman and find your humanity, a breno, a time of these boys now, or marriage or prime, no be wasted. And young crown I feel move fiba, and a coach near man, a bread, I'm gonna waste those time, no. But medical board no so many come on the Ghana Premier League table no assessment we go start losing the first game of the season to Mediama Kumasa Santiko has folk. I keep saying it's a competitive nature of the league. Say ya near the kwakosie we dia. Then say Joe, what is will be car first game e bi kra wuncho ni hwe. But a hefa and a be end. Na ensense na ba berium. So met discard say Ghana Premier League a lot or board no so. Has folk we ni kotoko so.
We hope some brand be makwan. Enti yantoa so Andy may be part of the Kotoko's problems because of how he lamented on the visa problems concerning the American trip, where some of the players were left behind. I believe that his comments had negative effects on some of the players. Apindo asemu esu de frinifa.
Me Kotoko problem. Apindo bantuma.
I appeal what to. Okay. Yantoa so heading. All right. Mekwadama kofa Dr. Daoud Nkratoka Krevia Baiba Nafi Diakano Abra. I want to ask Newton that this Asante Kotoko team can still win the Confederation Cup or not. Because he said once that at the start of the season he said this that Kumasi Asante Kotoko could win the CAF Confederations Cup. Oh sir. All right. Mohamed Sani, what can you say? I talk about winning Confederations Cup this year?
No.
What can you say?
I can say. Sekotoko pese omoko Africa say the fans ne hwehwe no. Confederations Cup no mumu na ye on level. Na no komotimi GFA Cup no a. Omotimi the squad we akobo.
Okay.
That was the statement.
Okay.
It was to say the other day na me ne came work ho asem say make us say somebody the best defender or league money say. A similar statement will be there by. Kotoko I said, say squad way. If you put them together, next season no we are Confederations Cup there. O metimi bibi omu. Yes, o metimi akwakoje. ɛno deɛ ɛnyɛ me statement a mɛka menim baabi a nipa no tie firi sɛ Joe.
Coach Ogum is a good coach, and there's no two ways about that. However, he's come to the point in his career journey that he seems not to have any antidote to the 2-season problem he has presided over. Staying a moment further isn't going to make any difference, but to jeopardize his own career fortunes and worsen Asante Kotoko's predicament. Nana Prinkra, being the captain, should kindly cast the lot, and the God of Jonah will surely find a bed in the belly of the whale for the former. Okay, so please, with the kind of posture they seem to assume, okay, even after landing us in such a mess, Mr. Keto Kreku and Coach Otuado have despicably insulted the intelligence of Ghanaians. Julian Caesar and also the way Abraham. Dr. Dawood Nkrato Kakra.
Enuanum ni adofo yefra me Dr. Dawood. Me na me da Dawood Heba Hospital ano. Na enam me so ena ne Dawood ointment. Dawood 360 capsules wodwa manso a ene obi adi hu adanse. Na duwei edutwem Dawood ointment. Dawood ointment or se fetwi na ebeko. Ofa Dawood 360 capsules or cc na ade wom. Na drum yenu wei adwuma bom. Obi a osisi ye o yapa. De obeye ne se o de Dawood ointment no etwitwe osisi na anopa ene anwumre a. Nansa bia no na o de bia bo asawa obetimi de atua. Udware wi a fa Dawood ointment. O de te ne fa sra. Ta bre kro na no na wonom Dawood 360 capsules no anopa ene anwumre. Na danse ye na ba amane o de enko na enko ti adanse ni bi.
Dawood ointment edrowe me straighten and well done. The toda me po adwuma na me honam nyina me ye me ho bibi enye ba sa minya sa Dawood ointment we na me twitwi a na no pa so minya Dawood 360 na me no mo a ese kwa le me ye adwuma kra se kane no te do we de edima se mama no be di so asema mama
electrician na ye adwuma ekofia yentumi na Dawood ointment so ye adwuma na obra okoduru fia fa twitwi ade be che no na wo hwa ye den Dawood ointment fa twi keke na ebeko
lua me yusu mama hode pa ma metumi gba adwuma bibi e kama e ma me ye Dawood 360 capsules and a Dawood ointment o memre we no na do we no so twitwi wa aposo e be ma ya oni nyina afiri o ma de che otumi be gba adwuma Dawood ointment fa twi na ebeko
da bia amafo company da wo ka musa akospeda me secret na nu ani e budo na ani Dawood ointment ene papa me sori anopa me di twitwi me sisi achi me babia he me ntebre secret ni nie ti so person to say me a we use Dawood ointment. That's the secret of my taxi driving.
Me a transmission gearbox specialist ejuma me ye en kan na me pega ade a na me nsakura ntimi pega na ase me ma ade so na lock me sisi ti say fi say me share Dawood 360 capsules and Dawood ointment abo me bebre the dry na so amente ya mente bla bia obia mo modern so betimi ape Dawood ointment and Dawood 360 capsules enya biato
odofo se wate bi aduro ya me ka ho asem no eno ho adanse ene wono adi no ko pharmacy e ben wo herbal shop e ben wo ne koto Dawood ointment Dawood 360 capsules na se de enkrofo di ho adanse no wo so be di ho adanse wo pese wo frɛ ya eno na wo screen ase no 0244 886437 na 020 168 1717 baby a yeton aduro wo man Ghana mu bia no o de wura house pe Dawood ointment and Dawood 360 capsules.
Okay. Dubakon abo Kessben television Kessben 93.3 Kessben 92.9 Accra. Eba na fiye be bibi nsam no mu enso kakra e de amamo e weekend activities e course so agudi mu nsam no wiase afanan ene oman mu abjafo enso atete ho nkrankra. Yenwuram andike bo ha Newton Latin Marija ta ha Awal Mohammed Atrasi sanso na Sir Franco Naro enso e wa ha. and the mission safe through kakra.
Okay, Jonah. From 2005, and Abrantia, a friend Sergio Ramos, a free Sevilla, Babi P. or Real Madrid. And from 2005 to 2021, and you could see Nakan, Edima Madrid. So we can within that duration record be a Real Madrid ye piano, na Sergio Ramos can. Now after Fernando Hierro, the next captain of Mubenya, or ye defender best celebrating a pa bako Sergio Ramos. Raul dear, he was the main prince, but no attacker. And so here the Sergio Ramos didn't bring Real Madrid. Now, or ye similar to what Fernando Hierro represented for the White Angels. And you know, 16 years down the line, we see na Academy Real Madrid. Or Babe Colonial issues. After COVID, you know, there were issues from Fiorentino Perez. The big guys Madrid team them no community to musica so and a room of bar says Sergio Ramos a catch a players and say mo bi antinisi ka bia so na omo bobo sika na no na omo dia kofa Kylian Mbappe aba enti mo bi antinisi ka no so and that time na injuries Sergio Ramos enti ball no ntime mo ne consistently enti January hodo the bibia ba wie na Real Madrid forecast da bi obi aba no ba besoma Ewia omuja ne kwan ma ne kɔ enti ne time na so a Real Madrid for danase na onko baabi opebia na onko ngosi na kan ena ihu se Ramos akwa pi mu wo Paris Saint-Germain na lot of nipa bebe adwen ya omo se ni jadum nti ontime mmɔ ne first season anko ye bebebe but he played very well in the second season in a free honor you know osan ja aboboko na obabi pi mu Ramon Sanchez tepedwan Sevilla baby o sina kan no san ba ho bi na nkra free Spain eba ne say from last season be this season okay one area Real Madrid abrepa almost central defense last season ye sha sia na Eda Militao okonya ACL na okotena fie anche na David Alaba so konya ACL na okotena fie nti achi omu defense ne beka abrantia ye fe ni Nacho Fernandez ne ho na Oliencho omene nso aba beka ne ho central na omo nso e dia game no ene Nacho Saudi Arabia okwakosi na kan ena problem asa aba central defense obi na problem ba central defense ho a players omo timi do omo to omo so no Rudiger de we constant player within their back line because ono de on time pra Dani Cavaya timi ball Oliencho omene timi ball nti kiemfa se David Alaba ene Militao Ukraine ho dia enka obetimi nya Rudiger Cavaya obetimi nya Rudiger Chomeni because in the Champions League last season games ni bebre ho mo ene boy sejo ene Chomeni e pra Dani Cavaya e pra nti o hwere Madrid central defense na akako ka Brandt e friend Antonio Rudiger nko a omo last game omo boy against Osasuna and Carlo Ancelotti introduced a player called Ruben Asensio from the Castilla no mde na ba beka ho na oba no benya a super assist for Madrid Victor Jude Bellingham e share a goal no be e bo Abrantie na baso na no na nka create free Spain e ba ne say Real Madrid central defense one ato sin no Sergio come consider Sergio Ramos no mra meka ho because it's aka Rudiger nko a Real Madrid say there be omunya Madrid so omu entertain Sergio Ramos bia bio Sergio Madrid na boboko ni eboboko wia se wo wie na okwa so omu say Joe back na eden na anhyase ne from the days of Alfredo Di Stefano of obi ti say Juanito eba besi eye Fernando Redondo Raul Blanco Gonzalez the whole Ike Casillas Fernandez the babisi Cristiano Ronaldo so omu ni wia omu ni wawie nti I'm not surprised say ene almost say omu hia Sergio Ramos no krem Ramos nka obey perfect fit for them because Fiorentino Perez enye nadwen so ko dwaman so akwa top players last season plan to I say Carlo Ancelotti was able to manage the players available and this season amidst all these injuries he's still managing the squad and the Comunia Ramos ankaye but you know the history of Real Madrid say you can be the face of the side you can be the big boy but so when you free Santiago Bernabeu Sergio, it is always difficult for you to come back. I'm not surprised. Say almost say Ramos, almost any bio. Now, you know, ketewa bi on Troidi ni asɛm a ɔka Mo Salah ho Sadio Mo Salah mi ho ade bi wa onye ɛna amobi aka sɛ ɔyɛ world class player. He has performed in a world class platform. So for Mo Salah, you know, he is one of the most consistent players in the EPL. Now, even last season, Sadio, Anko Yafam, he has 17 goals in the EPL. Now, Kobina said 17 goals and in the best season. But because of the standard that Mo Salah set to the man, which is 17 on your share. This is a player who has won multiple top scorer in the EPL. Sadio Dianone, he has won the Premier League, he has won the EFL, he has played in the Champions League final, and he has won the Champions League as well. Into Diana Mo Salah. Who are the competitors of Mo Salah in the Premier League now? Riyad Mahrez ko, Sadio Mane ko, Roberto Firmino ko, Kevin De Bruyne and Injis had game no. You know, Ellen Holland nkoa and the yin who on the Salah pre Hurricane is in a kind Alliance Arena. Only competitor per his quality. And then the consistency now was show in Europe and was show in the APL. So you sell a free Premier League game. Now the next bontia. Even players you born within baby general. Salah has performed consistently than all those players. Intiminim the Bema Troidini Akase. Mo Salah is not a world class. He's a world class player. And you know, Salah when he is fit now or former, he will start for most of the teams in the world. Into what again? And Mo Salah and all the others or a world class player.
Okay. Yemrefi na fi yemrede ekosu enso ewo fie. I'm very sure all your pundits will change their top 4 now. And exclude Kumasi, Asante, Kotoko. They can never be part of the top 4 in the current Ghana Premier League. Okay. Also for the Kwankwana. If it's a Jedumasi and a Abrayen. Good morning, sir. Trust you and your amazing team are doing good. I've always been a supporter of Coach Ogum, but I'm pleading with Nana to take immediate action and relieve Ogum of his duties. Reasons: 1, poor performance results, lack of tactical strategy, inability to motivate players, unacceptable team dynamics. Coach Ogum isn't a bad coach, but at this time, his continuous stay at Asante Kotoko will harm the team's progress. We plead with Nana to promptly get us a seasoned replacement to restore Kotoko's glory. Kotoko deserves better. Sack Ogum now. Dr. Ajimandia, Esodiode Abba Enonom. Andy Kam. Emra local. And I also was a foreign kakra.
Oh,
Yemrefi. Okay. If you're the man, the enemy mentions him through.
Yeah. A quick comment on Sofno. Yes, Kotoko can never be part of the top
4. Yeah.
We are league table now. Kotoko at 8 or 15 points. You know that third, Heart of Lions, 18 points. 3 points and a separate the third and the 8th. Into never there, Nadama, Unyabutre. It's a league, you have 11 matches, 34 games, and I got 23 more. So to say they can never make it, it's something I think, say, I disagree. On the issue of, say, you say top 4 now, no. Personally, my top 4 predictions, teams are predicting for top 4, no. None of them is in the top 4 now. Very interesting. Okay. I went for Midiema, Samates, Kotoko, and Brekum Chelsea. All of them are outside the top 4. But it's early days yet. General, if you I'm seeing free Black Stars. Unfortunately, Saturday meant to me into my comments from the Angola game to a game no. Send a final game.
Yeah.
Then be there DPF say we have not qualified and we couldn't qualify. General, over the weekend, monitor the international media. Now Tien Semen Crawford Kafa Ghana ho a catch real senior bonten so for on my Ghana any football. Nenso so ya the taria na why. Enyanwa say and the players omubo munwe ekra no. Omude omani hwe Ghana say omo be establish academy. omugidi is a talented there nyame e de adom ye and the West Ham striker Mikel Antonio was in Ghana. I don't know if he's gone back. We had Germans and the likes all trying to tap talent from here. And then Spain, Barcelona near the FIM players at the core. Near Catchero, we are seeing Jitum say, a bar or bar de adomache de a friend football now, or the bidomye. Nanso so, a near man fa. Now, Andy Cancer administration, a major issue, and I think that contrary to what the GFA chairman said, officiating the coaching and a major issue, no, the biggest issue bedeviling this country when it comes to football is football administrators. Generally, a common knowledge, now a simple, say, the Black Stars is the highest level of our football. Enti, the highest level, far coach now they are my Black Stars na anyi yikrano, so my the highest coach. Now they are baby fat. Yen Black Stars no handle. Ebepim ne, I put the blame of the mess we are finding ourselves in right at the footsteps of the GFA president and those who appointed Coach Otuado. Because onye ejume bia as Coach Obebia mayenda. Now the interesting thing is at least some way somehow and Crawford didn't buy Emma or the Ebeko World Cup. And a World Cup will we near see wa nyadi. Into unconquers twas in Shanna, or no person to mean twas no jaw coy. And think at least that performance should have been a guide for us to know that indeed the guy is not up there for the job. But if it is not, Metiana may be some who pass a general, a day pa na Mr. Keto Kreku, a day pa na Macado Muye, a chinchina almost say openina, on coachy team biadano. Chinchina only a Black Stars and Famano. Avram Grant are coaching Black Stars. Claude Leroy are coaching Black Stars. Milovan Rayabit. We have had top-notch coaches coaching our Black Stars. Niakosu or Maimu, any Black Stars, a day the face players Nanka send him say they don't have a leader. Etika general be bianca after the Angola game, no. Either Otuado resigns or somebody sack him. But the man Yakudra Sabetna press conference so. Seriously, it is so sad. Na situation a Ghana no general. So my here a beba sahaba bedru baby. Emra of football muni send see football na best sa true. Ewo memoir. Because yes, Ghana football situation here ankran bia o matiti football club eno ma fa o mo aka o mo abom say Ghana football association. Eno mo akoto o ma ba yi o muti training. Na no crazy o muni say so o mu yi o muni pani wi a Sani pakuna na ohwe oman no ye national teams nyina so. Ye kasa bebrebe nyina no. Seketo kraku betna ontna Ghana for ye ni say apart from football for no. The moment they elect the FA president, Ghanaians are obliged to kowtow to the whims and caprices of that individual they call FA president. And my yanhwe bedru baby no. Yes, a young crankre and our football association, but Mutiano and the general, Obian to mean San Cotico Fufro, near Confrene Ghana Soccer Association, no Kodom CAF, and Kodom FIFA. So that body, no, we are major stakeholders. And they would have to respect the people of Ghana and also understand, say, a son say a funny pakrona, and yet on and yet league in Kwan or no, all the national team, and taxpayers' money, no, we should have a big say as to how things go in over there. A baby HM, you advocate for public interest committee, and tentam. But near Ketokrekunen in Crawford General, I think say a baby do Black Stars coach. Ya ma GFF wonyi. Ayo my Ghana yeni edi esika betu yaneka. O my Ghana yeni ebetume yinedi. Yeni ebefano. Until a time will come, we will take over the responsibility of appointing national team coaches, not only the Black Stars.
We near him for.
We Ghanaians, led by the government of the day and the minister. You see, Ket has been lucky to have gotten, do I call it a naive sports minister? Sports minister says sports no nim ho hwe ni akofane de na ba betra. Because clearly Se me na me sports minister. Near Otuado de Bema in the first term no. Can Boba struggle to convince me to give him that appointment again after a year Chris Hutton a failure no. And tell me say Ghana for him face can Tuanaka. Guy need to bench up he doesn't see anything. Onye bi baby ama yehu da. You see ono what is saying Otuado ansa no be free player no I just were player no ehun the player na ye o park so pen ansa no afre no. Enti ye kwohwe no ohene as a head coach ohene ene ye kofa no se mfa adwuma no ma no. Na enye bu asebin predia se yemu Ghana fo. Ena anyem bia ya dwen se ono ne yede ni si wa ne ye pe obeye de amaye to hell with the Ghana for beka. I don't think Seket would be comfortable giving us Utuado as our head coach of the Blasters. You know, it's so sad. And here Kenyan, they have the power to sack and appoint him. Yeah. Na parliamentary select committee for be no ma Fred. Almost you pretenders big time.
Impossible.
General.
So government be appointed coaches ama
ya ye bi okroma
the FA.
Ya ye bi okroma.
Any FA.
Akwesi apiamo. Aban no nsa wo mu den dey appoint o.
This be omo ne FA no edinsa wo so. Okay? Omo na appointed there.
Yeah.
But omo be fa FA no so.
Me know again. But what I'm saying is a standard the whole. But the twice say there will be advocacy, it will reach a point. The country will say no. A day does it sit well? Nipa na oba be ye adwuma no. Me na metua neka. So anko ye me na me suffer. Sanko ye me ma ebe hold me responsible. After 2006, politicians took credit for World Cup. We saw renowned politicians saying say they are going to Marco 1, a 2-1. And Tiababe is CV and part and parcel of politicians. And Yeka says a Black Stars ikoya and ka pressure eco politicians. And they are buying us and ka bafom. So I'm saying that setinti trinti say no mobeye abrantia ne nyaade onye bi obabi ada chinchira wo so ne coach ye team no dia ebedru baby no will not give you the powers to appoint the coach for us. And General is being done several.
Government on your hands the appointment of national team coaches power.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Government, but only name say
they have a way of doing it.
I could see up your time no more.
They were there. And quite MP before no.
Yes.
Mekai Honorable was H.M. Sabusu. Was it Ghana ni?
Yes.
And the Bedi Ghana national team.
I will say Omojuma Omaya no. This British coach.
Chris
Hutton.
Yes.
I buying.
Yeah.
Gabi no na appointed.
Who is the general?
Number nguduma men kosumra. Tosubium Siki. No munsa wom de dende. Siki no munsa wom de dende. Otuado. Nya Otuado na nado fa phone catch and say wa mayed man oba kidnap no airport.
That was the first one on the World Cup. After the World Cup. Follow under your example.
Good coach.
I'm saying sir. I'm saying sir.
It is a FA no appointing later. What's wrong with it?
You know what I'm saying sir?
I'm here to please Abayin e because Abayin pedal.
You know the first appointment which Nanado said that is what led him to taking us to the World Cup. After the World Cup he failed.
Oh, the first appointment no. Into Oye Bibisa on the second appointment in a way no they please Abayin because Abayin pedal.
And until I make catch say
in the by 5 coaches I mentioned Omunina no. Na Abayin Sawu. The time being na Abayin Emra
General Otuado second appointment. A bad thing so be catch him say Abayin Sawu.
Can say no not in Sawu, but me can say be or yet to please Abayin na first appointment you know not in Sawu no.
But the guy came, he didn't deliver. And no call back. You find say first no.
Head coach is there. Na government in Sawu pa.
Until I make catch him say, "Hey look, sana na do dey no here."
Omuntu minga so omuntu nim.
General we back your team. General Nyabotre. Team. That's first one after any Nigeria, you know, Nanado Peke phone cancer. It's just like a man on top of his libidal ecstasy.
No pedal.
A basa.
Kofa obia outside of Tuadua and common penny.
Until make catcher say that was the first one. But upon what happened after the first appointment, there was no way anybody would go for
controversies kakra no grana try say but previously 4 coaches also were na government.
Milovan Rajovic. Sorry.
Milu. Be started free. Kosi Apia, Siki Akono, Chris Hutton.
You know, I'm saying that the appointment of Milo, the Matramakwe one, was the FA. The next one on the Milova on the Otuado. Let's assume Abano Bemu and Omoye then Omo appointing no Amfa. Why go back to him again? We are no the free honoma. Nipana ono ne tuaka no. Te se obi say Chris Hilton. Per Chris Hilton CV. Me obi appointed Chris Hilton. No ba be failure. I will not fault the appointing authority because the man hitherto has built a CV which shows that he's qualified to do the job.
Now relevant.
But in this particular instance, onye bibi e kire se obetuma ye. Uwie no akofa eye John Penton so man assistant. Fatao Dauda. General, we have the weakest technical team on planet Earth. Mention a national team. The coach, on coachy team, be our planet. Yiso 211 FIFA members. Mention near fan assistant, near say, you will might be on a technical team. And you're so inexperienced like ours are. You move from round of 16 to group stage to not qualifying.
I trained under Summer. Who's the coach? I was trained under Klopp. I was assistant to Edin Terzic, who was our Dortmund head coach. They are also critical of some things, but this has much more value. Okay, if I speak to Jurgen Klopp and he says this or that, than somebody from anywhere saying blah 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 blah. This is bad. Okay, if we are auto ado, you move on. You concept for so. Now, remember, I make you point.
So when you work under somebody who is good, does it make you a good coach? Yanko have Ferguson. Nemana How many of them?
Ferguson is around watching. Lampard work under Carlos Luis Felipe Scolari, World Cup. He work under Carlo Ancelotti. Yeah. Okra Champions League kuma 5. Waji League of France, Waji League of Spain, Waji League of England,
Waji League of Germany.
Still, Lampard was Sampa.
Kumasi's anti supporters are consistently inconsistent. We pressured Ogum to start Kamara. Some even argued that Kamara was good enough to start for the Black Stars if he wasn't a Congolese. Currently, the same fans are calling for Ogum's head. The fact is, Kumasi's anti will have at least 5 points better off if not for the blunders of Kamara. We could have drawn all those 5 games. My problem with Ogum is why he still gives Kamara a start over Asare despite all his costly blunders. What point is he trying to prove? Okay, NTK Ejoso and Enso Ediwe Abreyen.
In all this, where is the goalkeeper's trainer?
Other issues. Why?
In all this, where is the goalkeeper's trainer?
Yeah.
Mr. Najao. The goalkeepers, no. I'm forming DP.
Okay. Kotoko, I'm physical trainer.
Amobi.
Kotoko.
Oh.
Unima amenka mpacho.
Sure.
Unima onye amenka. Ndiana ya uzo mobi.
Oh, so crop ya there over to create or there no malaki.
Una meka so onye amenka. Because minimum physical trainer.
Na beat me na my dino.
Minimum physical trainer. Minimum say almost 2 goalkeepers are trainers. Almost 2 goalkeepers, 2. And 3 assistants to Ogum. Inti Ogum go 5 assistants. Minti physical trainer din. Minimum nyina din. But minimum obi nkan kire me. Minimum obi nkyerɛ me sɛ kɔtɔkɔ physical trainer anyway ana asomasi ana obenti obi educated me obi nkyerɛ me. All right, me gyina so akɔ fa masa yɛne brain na sɛ wo yɛ oh Andy
Sajo General
no yɛne brain na sɛ wo yɛ weird
sɛ woni ma ko ntia mesre o message na
read what from twitwi me I don't know o started say about 5 minutes
o message na read ntia mesre
yeah
sɛ kɔtɔkɔ supporters yɛ mfa Kamara da na yɛ de Kamara da ɛne o mu sɛ ogum nya adwuma na nkɔe.
Bakusuni, as we express our frustration with Coach Ogum and the players for their recent poor performances, some supporters should take a moment to reflect on their own actions. During our winning streak, many were quick to criticize the team, with some even going as far as alleging that Ogum kept playing Asare because of a supposed familiar relationship. Asare was benched and the rest is history with childish blunders. will they ask for Asare to be played now instead of rallying behind the team? They created unnecessary pressure with baseless agendas. Football is a scientific sport where psychology plays a crucial role. What I observed yesterday was a team that is low on morale and in dire need of a psychological support to bounce back. Ahiniba Kwachi, Cologne, Germany, anyway, and so Abba. Okay, when your information, no?
Abba.
Got a physical trainer.
Yeah, you do,
okay. You get it all. Come on, no, my 6. Pending, mommy.
No for video analyst for us.
No video analyst, me, no. Oh my God. All right. Eben, Marimra way na Currency Ventures. Then I'm the brain and a person here.
Boko pa de general.
You didn't go past the boss somewhere.
No, ya pa.
Okay. My interview.
Sergio Medasi, our Akunya Ode Amami, na Mede and Japace Sufia Soya, Emma Ashafo, any a Tifonina. Sadia, Dada, ya Bahamandi, Ebekawa, ye Nupa, a word Gaswa, your friend, Zahara Mr. Zahara G Capsos, Zahara Man Capsos, and the Hindi Haba Mistano, and nano pay, a home como, and no one down to say any de Besomo, not the phone your bread netimi, not the four ye the year dry, your friend, Zahara Mr. And ne Zahara G capsules and ne decline. Say draw away your dra or bar any bema and enum. So we a bema pa na woho. Na obema no esotia na etie. Obema no phone air form. Obema no en sansan abegu bema hon. Bema bi wo impempi no. Bon say or Johnson na obre na or chim ansa na Johnson no etimaba. Oye bema no wura tokrobo nimu no wate inamu yare na ha wadwena bema misi uni problem Zahara Mr. Ene Zahara G capsules abasa ebeboa sa oye obasi maso na wo ho na sabi wafa infection pa na wo a nsuo egugu kakra a sabi pampan ewom o wa ensansan na tiegu ahimfi ho oba waduro a ebeboa wo ene Zahara Mr. Ene Zahara G capsules sa oye obaso na wo ho na uko ofichikom unya omensese no na dakrupe na atwa omensese no emmakora oba sa wo ho na etesa adura midi ho adanse akamfo ede ama se beboa wo ene Zahara Mr. Ene Zahara G capsules odofo bi wo ho a impempi no odwaleria na yesedi bibi enenam ne ho no na yesedi ne ho ekeka ne nketenkete odofo utisa adura midi ho adanse akamfo dia ma se beboa wo ene Zahara Mr. Ene Zahara G capsules ya dro way ayadro won so odofo nubura ahodo ane yakeka bom ane de aye so odofo wo ho na wo weak immune system won ko ade bia waye no fon wo pomden no awo foma nkasa me se yale bia ba ene udinkra odofo bi wo ha ono nko onya infections a adura obia fa yare no kwa emabiem no ubonso ono nko ekọ na eba ono nko wada sesa kakra bia ubonso cold kata e wan ketenkete na ehana dwen odofo utisa adura medi ho danse akamfo ade ama se ebe boost immune system no ama onkwamwa no anya hoden ene Zahara Mr. Ene Zahara G capsules odofo se wo ho so na osa pa eso ha wadwena odofo ko ba bia to oduro bia drugstore pharmacy shop herbal shop wo se ope Zahara Mr. Ene Zahara G capsules odofo yabako yadura ye frɛ no Hindi herbal Mr. Na se aduro we ayebudura ebo odofo bia etiridi mmowa no ene na betena odofo bi wo ho a malaria fever ha na dwen amana num ato na num nyina aye nwonwono na aposo nyina aye ne ya odofo utisa uni problem Hindi herbal Mr. eno ni adura ebeboa odofo o typhoid fever na aye kranko etewo so no wa wabere no odofo bisi Hindi herbal Mr. eno ni adura ebeboa odofo o sugar level na etetewo no odofo odiefa Hindi herbal Mr. Aye waduro enu ne adura abeboa odofo bi wo ha oye adwumaden ogina ententen eche oye adwuma ogya ho odofo mesi Hindi herbal Mr. Adanse pa eba fa sa aduro hu odofo de so bihwe na wo su benya wadanse odofo odia ne se obekọ ba bie to waduro bia odofo yebekọ ye adura ye frɛ no Zahara Man capsules sa aduro we aye adura abasa ebe boa bema bia de ntina Zahara man capsules edemu nsoronko de bia meka enye memedro na onoma na o body temperature ekoso no enye memedro na onoma no wakoma ebo kinkim no sa dro eye adura eye natural herbs ti sa oye bema na wo ho na wo weak erection bema Zahara man capsules ana beboa bema bi so ho a na nkomwa no ayemre bema fa Zahara man capsules eye wadro enu ni adura ebeboa aboost to sperm count no bema sa wo ho na sisi yalie pa so no wabetena sisi yalie age wo boso a bema wodi akodra store bia pharmacy shop bia herbal shop bia wo se ope Zahara man capsules odofo je number c ebia na nkomo bi wo ho ana se wante bibia se wodi afre yensisi a ne beje wo so 0246 34 83 34 0246 34 83 34 0248 56 93 35 0248 56 93 35 adofo se de bia meka no me se bambo atrema eye chen ayaresa boketema to adofo mentwe ma yare no endo so ansa no wapeka rinstic nupa ye de abegya so a ye fre no Zahara mixture ene Zahara G capsules a ye de mixture no ene nom capsules na ebo aboost immune system no asa to infection bi ase ene Zahara man capsules a ebo be ma bia ye twetwe no ebo ne nsamra ne se 1 minute be ma ene hindi heba mixture ebo odophobia malaria fever ene typhoid fever edi ninya odofo ye nupei Ghana ha ba bia ton odrobia ya to apete ho to tobi na to ado na ba ya dance me da se jo
yes we be dance pa Eben Charistic Ventures enupa no hu dewro na Eben bebo e mom friend numbers no na money omo eni enkomo Charistic ni nro no eye papa. Good morning to you and your wonderful crew. We are talking about coaching, but we are not even talking about the basic necessities of soccer in the country. We don't have just one stadium that passes any international criterion. The almighty Baba Yara Stadium is not even fit for gutter-to-gutter matches. Yes, sure. Without such basic amenities, how do we progress? The least we can do is to go back to our bases and start from scratch. If we genuinely set our heart of hearts to the task of reviving our soccer, we can do so by first setting out with the right standard infrastructure and then good structures in soccer administration. We can scout some coaches with the potential of becoming good club and country coaches. For players, we have them in abundance in the SHS. We can revisit the days of academicals, catch them young, train them with good incentives. Our clubs should sign players on at least 5-year contracts. A player may not leave Europe, to Europe until they have played at least 3 years on the contract. This will make our local league more competitive and interesting. Maybe, just maybe, we'll be ready in 5 years to compete better in Africa and the world at large. Wow. Nana Poku Ajiman, Domiabra, near Angomaso. All right. Nana Yadasipa. Awal Muhammad.
Sergio.
Bremo enafi yemeshe nra matches na course wo Ghana no any club issues kakra e wo mem.
Sergio. And Saturday no na AFCON qualifiers no. Sergio, one of the groups e mo tawe pa Bebia DR Congo, Guinea, and Tanzania. Sergio, and Guinea needed that win massively to cushion them. And that was where Seru Girassi came and saved the Guineans. It was a pull-out. Seru Girassi connected. Nti ama Guinea for no aba 9 points. So Sergio, nyami boa ochena omoni Tanzania bebo. A match of destiny in between those two sides. You know. Tanzania here win. But Guinea needs just a draw. So should Guinea get that draw tomorrow? What it means is Guinea be kwa DR Congo group no more the two teams are mobile picky that ticket no. Seru Girasu ne go now. It was a very good goal. Okay. It was a pull out from Isiaga Sila from the left side and obe connect here. And that game no me papa. They massively needed that goal. Guinea was one of the teams at least they performed well during the recent AFCON. They reached the quarterfinals before losing out against DR Congo. So Seru Girassi go nuna. It was a perfectly connected goal from Isiaga Sila, and he connected it into Omoko away to Tanzania. Nyame Boachena. They just need a draw, and then Sergio Omobeko to the AFCON 2025. Ewo Morocco. Sergio no so yawano eshe ni debut goal for the Togolese national team. Okay. Yes. Even though na
Bobby.
Yeah, we won 8. And I won the 8th game.
Okay.
8 games, no. Okay. Yeah, and I was in the 8th game. And Ocean was on 2 occasions. They won by 3-0 against Equatorial Guinea. Okay. And he scored twice. Okay. He scored in the first half, and then he scored again in the second half. Okay. So it was a very good any movement. Video no. Okay. Video no pages munyina. Among fire or no 2 goals no enfanto. Ejuma waye so but Sergio in as much as Akosi said first goal nini, and then they won by 3-0. So Sergio and one group so yebenya ni obe qualify. That is Nigeria group no any Libya group no. Libya ebo at home to Meka Benin. Benin was second. Benin will try as much as possible to at least get a very good result. Say omu luzu ebe kushin omu so ombeka Nigeria. For Rwanda, mathematically they also have a good chance, but they have to beat Nigeria, which seems very, very difficult for them. So it's likely say Sergio Benin could be the team ebeka Nigeria home normal qualify for a group. No Sergio, I see Kwesi Appiah Sudan getting the result today. They just need a draw. Yes, they faltered in that game against Niger. Muko luzu by 4.
So when you say Angola is better, actually, Niger.
Yeah, it's true.
Football follows our mathematics.
Yeah.
But Niger has Sudan 4.
Yes.
So playing against Angola, Ghana Masters.
Yeah.
DNBC.
So was at least Kwesi Appiah who adia a touch during the last game, which was that 4-0 defeat in Omonia against Niger. No? Yeah. So I'm sure so we put 2 measures in place just to make sure say at least results be good enough to ensure qualification. Okay. They will do that massively, and so I'm confident Kwesi Appiah and his team will secure the qualification. And no already 5 spots.
Okay.
Already 19 teams can qualify for more sport for the 2025 AFCON championship and I be so next year. And then 2 get you more chance, and it's likely going to be Benin and then Kwesi Appiah Sudan. Na nyame boa the rest of the games na to asuchina. Na the rest of the 3 sports na mbeka 5 na mas aye 20 mbeka 19 na aye 24 no seju aso.
Sudan can lose and
still qualify
if Niger do not beat Ghana.
Yes. And also one of the things.
Yeah, Sudan beat me lose.
Yes.
Niger board draw Krano and Ghana. Still Sudan will qualify.
So Sergio, Kwesi Appiah's team omo destiny omo sa ne man ye de no. Sergio, come pen ne ga record video no na omo bona. Yes, I ready.
So omo kan fa Ghana any FA no.
Yeah, we Mikel Lahout.
Just Ghana not qualifying for AFCON, Nige, that is incredible. This is a Ghanaian side that they've been on the slide. They've been in just a really bad way. The last 2 AFCONs, they've been one of the worst teams at AFCON. They're not unified. The federation is in a mess. And when you talk about a dark period for a national team, you talk about a dark chapter for a federation like the Ghanaian Federation, Nigel, this has to be the darkest of them all.
It is the darkest. First time they haven't qualified since 2004. There has to be a clearing of the house process for me because it's inexcusable. This is Ghana. They produce some of the top talented football players that we've seen. Talk about Michael Essien and right now Kudus. Like there's so much talent there. And for them not to qualify, it's an absolute embarrassment. It's just that simple.
Is that result more on Ghana's shortcomings or more on the fact that we're just seeing African football as a whole, the level raising?
Lack of direction, shortcomings from Ghana. You know, when you talk about Africa as the continent, the North African sides have always done well. You look about Morocco, Algeria, not as much recently, Egypt, but for me, you know, Ivory Coast, Senegal, they're probably, I would say, the real standard bearers of African football right now. And the smaller nations are starting to even go, small nations like Cape Verde are starting to do well now. But for Ghana, for me, that is an embarrassment because they are a powerhouse nation of African football, and not to qualify is an absolute embarrassment.
There, Nigeria Coca, former West Ham captain, was Simon App. For Ghana, yes, on CBS. So it tells you how those even foreign media are taking the level of our game seriously. Sergio, what you said, they omukasa with passion. Because they know the talent, the quality that we possess.
20 years, I am qualified. And you're welcome.
Yes.
AFCON.
Yes.
I say the countries no call 24. Close to half.
Yes.
The
virtually
number of countries
half of the continent.
54, right? 54 no ka half year 27. And I eat to
the 3 at 20.
When I 16 crown, yeah. See, I could do 24.
If I almost no, but yes, seriously, but yes,
yeah.
So
So Sergio, that
is in Ghana not qualifying for AFCON, Nige. That is incredible. This is a Ghanaian side that they've been on the slide. They've been in just a really bad way. The last 2 AFCONs, they've been one of the worst teams at AFCON. They're not unified. The federation is in a mess. And when you talk about a dark, dark period for a national team, you talk about a dark, dark chapter for a federation like the Ghanaian Federation, Nigel. This has to be the darkest of them all.
It is the darkest. First time they haven't qualified since 2004. There has to be a clearing of the house process for me because it's inexcusable. This is Ghana. They produce some of the top talented football players that we've seen. Talk about Michael Essien and right now Kudus. Like, there's so much talent there. And for them not to qualify, it's an absolute embarrassment. It's just that simple.
Is that result more on Ghana's shortcomings or more on the fact that we're just seeing African football as a whole, the level raising?
Lack of direction, shortcomings from Ghana. You know, when you talk about Africa as the continent, the North African sides have always done well. You look about Morocco, Algeria, not as much recently, Egypt, but for me, you know, Ivory Coast, Senegal, they're probably, I would say, the real standard bearers of African football right now. And the smaller nations are starting to even go, small nations like Cape Verde are starting to do well now. But for Ghana, for me, that is an embarrassment because they are a powerhouse nation of African football, and not to qualify is an absolute embarrassment.
This sums up what Nigeria Kokaka was say for Ghana being one of the powerhouses of African football. Not qualifying for the AFCON is absolutely an embarrassment. So maybe some you say paying for no. This is the level that they brought us. Mama, you see it yes. You don't want to say you.
Oda Omo Ase. Wow. Naro. Kakra be on matches na whatever. Na fi yempim enko yanim kakra.
On the league matches.
Yes.
Yeah. But uti nkomo ye course na is in the a global embarrassment. Everybody. Na nsem no can say administration in the country, the football association is in a mess. And general is so sad. General Ghana Premier League no gusua e course na weekendi. Some interesting scorelines and of course so Samate's LUC for the first time in this season at home, and guess what, a young apostles and a coach Samate's Miteze coach coach na opa fans no be actual for that loss, but general is amazing. Young apostles traveling all the way from Wenchi to Samara Boy to go and win 1-0.
Yeah.
It's amazing. For me, na me share say Omuni Nations why na me ma team of the week.
Okay.
But I think I give to Young Apostles because the distance, the opponent, and the magnitude of Young Apostle or Koshe Samates. Nations has done very well by beating Asante Kotoko, but that's a local derby, regional derby, and Ode the two in who Midfield Ode Abasubono, Ebema Young Apostles. The other thing I own news him, of course, is got to do with House of Oaks winning streak after beating Mediema, and then with this weekend another win. House of Oaks in recent times, and common say has befa 3 wins in succession, and then young one say supporters Ninjano bo coach no abaso general you don't blame the supporters we blame obi a okaseti a watara ebra na niema nkoye na obo na baso yi nia football fans pay results woman results now is the reason you are there into obebo abaso enkoye a it's common practice so mobeka say yempe baby mountain into enye won say ne some Kotoko fans are agitating say coach Ogum onya no kwan general maka what happen say as a football coach you see coaches are hired to be fired now the bema coach be keeping a juma a good results so results in ma you can be the favorite of the club president if the results ma dey baby beba on beja kwa beka last week na make catch say Kotoko fans ma a process a team coach a DNA and a process Kotoko fans ma Ogum at least the benefit of the game against nations and this results I could do leveler. Some of us feel that yes Ogum is a good coach, me I have no doubt say he's a good coach, but it's simply not working. It is not working for the doctor and it's so sad. Utimze he's also bent on getting the chance to make amends because general we had their course last season. I don't remember the last time Asante Kotoko did 8 with the league table. So he had the luxury of being maintained, buying on our players, sacking the old players and everything. It is still not working. And if it's not working, general, the next thing you do is to try fixing it. Minim say Kotoko for Bayo Madrin say what would you want to do? Because in sacking coach, succession plan is also important. Assistants no ebeba beye ebia interim. No when you have trap a coach, and I will be she baby and money me oba be show and answer then. If I have the chance to advise Ogum, I will tell him say yes. For me, it's not working. Because you are talking about 5 matches in succession. After drawing with Baseke. Nakotoko lose game that until say Legon City say no Park. After that one, the next 4 matches, Nina will lose it, including 2 home games. And that is what makes it so sad. Say we lose it away and home 4 at once. And gradually they are getting to where they were last season, where they went some 7 games without a win. And now your next game is against Adriana Stars. After that, I think the next game is against House of Oak. It doesn't look good for Asante Kotoko. And I think, say, and Neya Eka say, so we call it for change in technical direction. I think that the person is not asking so much.
Okay. All right, so na ya discuss local stories no p but say mami ni nkomo kakra me ba na fe dia kanyina enso ye de abremo Kessben television where your midfield action Monday edition you know nim say weekend activities ahodo no and ye de abremo menya messages bebre lavency mami hwe de kakra bi na fe mi ne kwache enso entwetwe enkomo kakra Lavency, Joe, it's time for Ogum to go. I said this a long time ago, but the earlier, the better. We want to record any unfortunate development. The election is just around the corner. Under Ogum's direction, we sacked about 23 players. He was given the chance to recruit players of his choice. Now it's more disgraceful than before. Enough is enough. The entire technical team must leave. We must consider any of these. One from Paul Manso, Bibiani Gold Stars coach, Karim Zito, Dreams FC, and No Walker, free agent, and Abdul Razak, free, Malik Jaber, Nuru, Samatex, Maxwell Kunedu, South Africa. Hey, Lavency, who confirm Maxwell Kunedu for South Africa? I'm a coach Kotoko. Any of these coaches will heed Otunfo's call to help. Kotoko legend must coach the team. Lavency, Ejumewura, and so they are the Abba and Nokwati. Mamra Hona quickly made there was about Bono Kakradi. Brain, every Niwat Scientific Herbal Hospital.
Right. General Meda say, Busianfo Niwat Scientific Hospital, and na Yesanso, any more shea na. And then so you come upon a bisuadium kakra na who say Namobi a yetu near maybe and ye be a done a dear or ya brabumi living no and not a major cause ya and my yahudo a buy and so ya catch almost a remedy say diabetes, pressure, or yankase living yankase contribution or contribute to emasa area no eba me pache wo Kumase Atonsu Monaco Junction Kumase Atonsu Monaco Junction near Dansura Bank di enimhwe enan kran so ye mile 7 Achimota mile 7 ye ben Janet Corner dino ye adwuma free Joada edikosi edame menda ye laboratory service so ho no a ye nya lab ye ntwa scan bi BSF fantasy ye hu yare ni tru so bi ebetimi aye ansa na ye ma wodro me pacho ebi a ode diabetes na ha wo ode pressure stroke account to them and now wo problem pa na ha mo awarefo obu on mo se doctor me nan ase ese wo me ase de mpa na ye wo me ana wo na ase hyew pa se de de asije mu no oda wo Johnson tentem wo Johnson bebre ansa na ade achia wo prostate ne kese eye ni what hospital na e wo se oba eye ulcer na ha wo ana fibroid oba ovarian cyst wakwaya sabia etwa scan ye sinsu tatawa wodie mu ana wonkosua mu a ovarian cyst eye ni what scientific hospital oba ebehwe ni nyina de ama halitosis ukasa na pampan boni de akira eye ni what scientific hospital number no ne hiaje number na frɛ na ye ni enkomo kakra eye 0244 08 76 870 08 76 870 08 76 87 na ye beche so general nse ohwe Ghanaian living no ade ba ko a abeye eni ababetena pa eye plastic general senior cd plastic edi enjuma no aduane a ehye pa ubaga na ise abe nom bibia general bi die hu kura ne se kanka no mo ye choba ne ade no fufuo no enkwan ni sija so heating still heating ehuru dendenden no uto ufuo to banku to den ne asa nkwan na gu plastic rubber pale one emu ha general na plastic so very very poisonous se wo de adubibi ehye aduane a ehye egu plastic ma ehu papa ya ewurani padua ni mu a ewo dire consequences e ma ni padua no pa general nya senkuma na general ye wo poisonous substances bi wo plastic mu a edi ni padua ni nya a esefata se yedi hu komo me ne eye Dr. Paul ye research bi general nyame adwo enche be ba abonten na plastic rubber edidi mu ukoto anwumre saa noodles bia otigu take away bo mu straight ebu ari be dru fie na anane take away bo no de nane ye nane ko he egu noodles na mu na wudie entuba ni what scientific hospital ayare ahodwe ha omanfo de hu se ebu ono mani trait na se paaye plastic ahodwe a ewura ni padua ni mu ya kwakofa saa problem na dia brain na nyame ya adoma abrepam no ye hwehwe mu no ba wie de beba beto obusuafo anim na obia nso hu na sene me kan no Dr. Paul Hanti anopen so no adesua besua no ye ma onsumo hunu so na problem bia ha obia fabra na ye hwemfa ma
Dr. Paul
Sajo
Bokorie
bibia boko nyankopon adom
ede nyankopon sipa nyankopon adom me hu eye pa
Atifo
de na de bre
meka o mo se o mo ye design ne nti yenso ye ba ye ma ne kwa
sure
ye ba ne ye be ka de wom ene de ya hwehwe mahu ebi so ho no ma ne asan ka o mo se adesua knowledge evolve edane dane nti dru ba bia se de na onim na nra no no watie bia ka ho no nya bia ba be ka ho nim de dodo ense nkwan kra onya bibi bebregu utirima bebo ene me di pese ye bo active ingredient bi na edi ho nkomo ye friend proto cat cake so wo fie na wo tie mi a active ingredient bi wo plants ni nuane atwa ho ahia nim ye friend proto cat cake ye bi di ho nkomo pa na said ye kwache di ame di nkomo adi kan no was it lead poisoning plastics atwa ho ahia no e create a lot of lead poisoning enti ye maame mo ye papa mo ye nuanom nketwa ye namfofo ye yerenom ne ye kununum problems bebrebe o mo face no na ye lead poisoning and on plastics take away bowls I use e was say edu ba bia o detoxify our system no nya sa ne ma ne tena o mu cha otwu tan so a eno ne be use this one detoxify our system no de bia na say na otwu bosome afi a wan hwe ya no create problem me sere so wotie mi a ni wa scientific clinic dia odru ho no ma ya nya hwe ama na nya detox ya be see to say be yi lead ne nyina toxins na wo mu no free radicals be pia free mu yie pa just a proto cat cake ko raw system nim eno ne hwehwe ma hu say okay ene say prostate cancer ahodo a abu
skin cancers ahodoɔ abu ɛne system cancers bi te sɛ liver cancer, kidney cancer nneɛma a mebobɔ so nyinaa ne symptoms no wo fie a wonim sɛ wo kidney ne nya cancer ɛyɛ na bro ɛnkra ne nka fanya kidney stones mpo wonya kidney cancer nsɛm pii wonya liver cancer koraa de ɛndeɛ nkɔ biem sɛ hosi sɛ ho no woyɛ ho hwee nyɛ yɛ bi wonya liver cancer ɛnyɛ solvable ɛma ne mma yɛ liver no nso na akɔ no sɛ ɛgye fi nyinaa gu hɔ wɔyɛ no store room to ɔbɛgye bibia aduane a wodi yɛ deɛ boro so ne deɛ system no nyina bɛgye agu nti liver ni develop cancer ayɛ hu me two for fie sɛ ohia sɛ protocatecake eco route system no bɛden na akom protocatecake nya bi free akɔkɔ mesem basel protocatecake nya bi free honhon nettle unya bi ofie don't worry come to Niwa Scientific Clinic ya twibi nso protocatecake a yɛde fra yɛ nro na akɔ nipa system akɔ detoxify antioxidants wom ne dɔɔso wo system ni hia se yɛ twifin free mu no watime di yare so nkunim enti obi wɔ hɔ no ma wakɔ yare a ɛnkɔ reason ni nyina se yɛbɛkom na ne liver na accumulate a lot of toxin ne kidney na accumulate a lot of toxin ne pancreas no accumulate a lot of toxin spleen die enti a mogya no so te debria no wobɛkɔ hospital bia so mogya no so ate no spleen ne ho aka gye sie spleen ne yi fie wɔ mu nyina afiri ma no na yɛhu sɛ okay ɛne ɛyam sɛ lead poisoning yɛhyɛ aseɛ sɛ yɛ detoxify di pa nsane ama ɔmo nuro no bɛhwɛ adanseɛ na nsɛ yɛn nuro akyi memedai binya chance bi ne nipa dɔm bi di nkɔmmɔ kakra in fact na sogyafoɔ no dɔɔso wɔ mu nti mani gye yɛdi nkɔmmɔ no kyerɛ adeɛ no akɔ akyiri no almost yɛ nyinaa yɛ problem yɛ akɔyɛ pɛ sɛ wotie me pa yam sɛ problem no yaya amna bedru yɛ doorsteps no dodo ɛkyɛn sɛ solution ne bɛbɛn yɛ doorstep me say anka entrust your life your health into Niwa Scientific Clinic o de fa ho begya yɛn na ka kyɛn sɛ me nipadua no monje na momfa nyɛ adwuma yɛbɛsiesie nipadua no ama no na ama yɛ dance kra no sɛ wo stroke na wa treat ya na nkwa kyɛ sɛ bibia hold nerves no come to Niwa Scientific Clinic. Diabetes na enko ye na wonum aduro metformin ne nye bone o ye papa o. Nanso wonum a enko ne kyese bibi srunku bi ne pancreas ne di asie. Brane anhwehwe mu ma wo. Sanso na hypertension no wanom nura opese ofiri so a na ekosoro no. Bra beje nkyerɛkyerɛ bi na beje enuane nuro papa bi ne emfansisi oni padua no. Sanso na typhoid e o se kwa aboa. Oku na nya de nti ekunu ne onwu ya. Echese bibi nkoye o system ni bra Niwa Scientific Clinic ni ansihwe mu ni ensiesie ma cancer sahodo be 24 say cancer de eye trenwi kosi ya mawre cancer betima ye every aspect of your body mesrew bra Niwa Scientific Clinic ni emfa ye protocatecake ye twi free basel ye friend akokɔ mesa we feature ya ni atwi bi so free nettle honhon a ni ye de ye nkwan ya ye twi ni mienu a ni ye de create ye medicine anase ye dro eye scientifically proven ye hwehwem se bebo ni padua dosage e da ho system no ye hwehwem ayidie ni wo se boa system nyina afrim se da be yankɔ se kidney daache yankɔ se liver daache nempo e be ya eniema bonus ama system no Niwa Scientific Clinic de me gire se wo de health na na so padua ne bejayen a won free hɔ nkɔ no na wanya niema pii
right nti general your number is 0244 0876 0244 0876 0244 0876 bia wo hwɛ wa brochire wo hwɛ baby a ye best rose kona kwela kutwas kan bi also bia oni edi nkoma be mu akoyesa ne manyina na afi wo the results ne sende a anama wo sie tufa ho no ne atimi atu eden run so e de asende o e na afi nso no bia wo hwɛ wo baby a betimi afrɛ WhatsApp sa number we WhatsApp frɛ e be fa 0244 0876 87 na ye beji osinti general plastic wasema na make no e very dangerous pa broni e be den say wo be hu se broni di aduane a e hye pa wo rubber polythene sa na mani but ye ha no eno na be ye no aduane kora ne de rubber akata so polythene pure rubber ni bi ne de akata so ne ade enti aduane ne huru na e wo se vapor no no ne vaporize aduane ma heat na ginem na abene no rather a vaporize rubber no content no plastic content na e de ano aduane na mai na general scientifically se wo yes ade no a yenim ne se ne ebu ne se de wafa rubber na wo de ahye na owe san se wo de ano aduane no sa it ni nyina epe enti ye be stress plastic no there are some African countries some matimi abane Kenya abane ene ade but ebi ehu odin ma empanifo na wo nipa na wo fi no wo ne wo so hu se plastic ne polythene de aduane e hye ene ne nkoye ne atro bi difo aha was ani men but e make sure say
oni koko
shishi
na shishi de
koko no kro de rubber na kata so ansa na wo kwa akoto no iti general na so de agu
ebidum kra di kenke no ye de rubber no fa kenke no
ne anoa
dangerous
general very very dangerous
but fantifo do rubber no afa ho ano no oh my
general fantifo do kono ne nkran do kono no anka omo no ano purely with that rubber na anka hu nsuo no general say nsuo na e ba bonte no very very potent papa especially for a member say sa kenke no ho e na afa ebura ya no a hu nsuo se nipa ne no na wan fa rubber nkata so a silk ebro no enwi na wo ebro no ho no on say ebro nwi brown ha enam sa silk ni wonu ntini say ebro ya no a ye no awi na se nipa na mfa plastic anka na wo no ano genuinely a ebro no hu so no very potent for mema
general but we bia mfa mbane sa ni ma we no
say general Kenya ti abane kanena kedi no okrem
so na sije na komi
general but you are consuming poison very very poison in system you say we detox we ni pedua no ye won haban bi eboa ubetimi di bia ye tin anopa ne anwumre enema general ediko emue ye hu but e was say make sure say at least time bia e won no bi e detoxify ni pedua no say the be ya niema bitimi afri ho aba abontin because yare bebre ho no ma na saa ne ma ne for by saa ne ma no general to ba ni what hospital a crowd no be din komo ne ahwe number no last one 0244 087687 na ye beje oso
ye be dem say ni what scientific clinic Dr. Paul and Akwachi no mo dis as hwemi abre and then what things mo ka kire mo no sa raba na mo de nyoma sisi egum a poisonous ye papa do kuno a ye de raba fa ho ano a and the chain nyina koko sisi na mo de egu rabam e de sugar na mo wo so no na ade yi frasa ni anoma kwemu enche na e de nipa e kwa adaka mrem hu ye pa ma yentwe hu emfiri raba e de nyoma e hye egum edi. All right. Yeah, to also the Amamo. Young Apostles FC by this victory has recorded her first away victory and has now kept 4 clean sheets in the last 5 Premier League matches. The team now occupies the 10th position in the 18 club league from the earlier 14th position. We free Alaji Mama Sale every one to the line on a PRO at the Young Apostles. Yensha sim free Young Apostles a honum kakra and sana edjaka no atoaso league match udwen ho da se Samatex e be trafie my Young Apostles akosho
David you know because Young Apostles
yeah
so how more performance where we are it hasn't been encouraging
yeah
their best has always been a draw
yeah
even against Legon City when people realize that Legon City are not in good shape amount me and more to that particular level but to go all the way to Samatex Samatex last season they lost only to Nations FC out of the 17 games played at home. Last 2 seasons it was only Kotoko and Hasselhoff out of the 17 games played at home.
Yeah.
Until last one 15 games will be Antimi and Koshobo. Last season 16 games will be Antimi and Koshobo. So you are talking about 31 games.
Yeah.
And look at the magnitude of teams are Omotimi Akwa Samatex at home. So Ofa Kotoko Mudru, you have to folk Mudru. And Nations has been an emerging force.
Yeah.
The Nations for almost just will be an emerging force.
22 points.
Yes. Last season. So you were the finishing point of the league in the way. League in a drew best at 25 matches. None nations were part of the top 3. But the finishing point in the real and league that has always been the problem for other clubs in the last 2 seasons. The finishing point, so one who year didn't do one worry. But Young Apostles are there said you Omaye do be antimi
Sure.
They've done really, really well. And if they want to stay in the Ghana Premier League, there are games that you need to win. Now standing home performance na babeka one. And for me, I think say beating some test no. A bit boost to more confidence.
Sure.
No more team are concentrating.
So about 10th.
Yes.
And no one can acquire away ko win. Bechem United ko say Brekum Chelsea.
Yes, yes.
2-1.
You know, yes. Brekum Chelsea so we are a series of results no munya nko yi. And Bechem for no it seems omo team nka maybe omo team so omo team nanya no. No so omo so ye statement. So to win against Kotoko no matter kwa ko Brekum Chelsea. Coach Samobodu general pick up because the expectations no are so huge, and in as much as a rival game Brekum ye baby ade ba ko amoma is too strong their home performance inti sajo coach Samobodu nkeka no ho na make sure so beat me good results, but you give it to Bechem United. They've done really, really well. Say omako last 5 games omo lusubi. Last 5 games omo lusubi. Bechem United, they've also done really, really well.
And no monko anso na kwa away ko win Dreams to ko Vision FC 1-0.
Well, you know, it was a game Vision started league in year pa.
Yeah.
But so watch and say results na ba na nko.
So mom ko win away no do so pa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Na say results na Kodima Vision nko yi.
Okay.
But Dreams so be bia na omo da no. E also omo pick up. And after getting the draw against Asofok, we check our last game results. Omo ba baby any be board dragging baby any Gold Stars.
Okay.
And on Martin fee, wishing any team ni mo do baby. And with the experience of there are certain players within Dreams team, no, any coach, a friend, or a Karim Zito, no, now you expect at least almost beat me, and eventually they had a 3 maximum points. You know, almost
okay. Yakoba ebe share medium almost and a stop Gold Stars. And so you show ye kakra had to folk and so I win away 1-0.
3 games unbeaten.
Karela, yes. Sanso and Nations and so I away and so I Santi Kotoko 2-0. Do we away teams omko win here? Not just a cover 5 or 6, yeah.
But the best young apostles. For young apostles to be some
5 teams.
You know, young apostles.
Dion Komra na yemehwe de aka matches miensa aka no enso enyina. Parkwesis Legon Cities. As omo peke ni
omo peke.
Omo she Holy Stars.
Yes, after beating Kotoko omo peke. And Holy Stars she first goal. And later when I checked and it was 2-1, I said wow. And they know omo so peke pa omo peke. Yeah.
She's on about 15th position. I'm a Accra Lions, Karela, and a Vision, and I do a relegation zone.
You know, league table in the air money moon. We never na lose back with him do because points never bobo so.
Sure.
Obi beat me at that best 7 for me no on the first 3 points in the dorm on them. But whatever be the case, they've done really, really well.
Go here 16th position, 11 points. Kotoko 15 points, 4 points. And the Vision FC more relegation zone.
And
Kotoko 4 points.
What does say?
Tokoda 8.
Why?
Kotoko 8.
7 spaces in the
game. 4 points.
Yes. One you know one we know next game.
Yeah.
And one will catch up.
Yakoba there be discuss other matches no, and so make us say Kumasi Santi Kotoko technical team no IMC serious meeting koso. Yeah, the outcome of meeting no they will go see. You say Mansia Ebu of free papa and you're happy with Santi Kotoko performance. No crack. I'm so can't bear the
everything was
almost yes, Mansia happy crack.
Everything
with Santi Kotoko performance.
The coach baby on the man. You know when the results are not forthcoming, you don't expect them to be happy.
Okay.
And you've been given the opportunity several to redeem your image. Untimi Sekotoko be lose for 4 matches that was. Now that's your Kotoko coach.
Yes.
Coach Mosvanete he's the luckiest to coach Kotoko. He's the luckiest. Last season, Accra Lions, Nations, Adriana Stars, Karela, and she Kotoko 4 to us. It probably meaning only share players. You have been given the opportunity to redeem your image. I agree. Kamara errors no. Omo de message ba supporters na catch coach ni say on change goalkeeper and supporters in take blue. They should stop that. The supporters are saying don't play in team and trade them now. Don't you play them every day. Don't you play those players every day. Supporters no say trade them in team and Midfield no got 10 they paid 1.8 billion. So was our players who are now jump and come to go to so play 10 do. You are playing trade them and then in team and it's not that same supporters. It is the supporters now betia. almost coach your performance then yet to supporters in a way. And in any case, you know what I say. So person say you are in charge that issue of supporters. Has there been a Kotoko coach? Yaman pressures almost no drew than Bashu Hayford in Kumase. He overlooked what the supporters said. He won the league for them. And then guy. Inti so would you to say the team no person more and you get the results. France will continue to lament when they are not getting what they want. And they will tell you national for the demand to it. And you tell Yantran can't trouble for not to move from a demand to no these same fans, when you win on Beswa, because there was supporters of Manchester Prosperity to Baba Sports. And so when things are not well, you still expect them to praise you. Supporters will have their issues. Supporters will raise their concerns. But at the end of it all, pass a stop. Wow. Into supporters press panic button. Supporters press distractive button. You know, because almost I take us on the performance, they were still winning. It started from their game against Young Apostles. And in France, the Casasa, but Kotoko were still winning. And when they were first on the league table, they were still complaining. Because no more expected more. And then they are back to the level that, you know, drum po Kotoko nya. And look at the 2 games ahead of Kotoko. Adriana Stars has football. Said you, born are you born? I told the beer, and yes, I won't yard you. Oh, you coach your workers and coach Ugumasa, no. But I told the beer, so umreso na also move on also well so we a dancer you should know when to leave the stage umanyum ni nyimu ansa na free stage no say a dancer should know when to leave the stage and you know nothing is working for the coach be clear problem no maybe the players have decided not to play for him but in all what transpired I trigger say the players will not play for you. Now the issue of Morris and money than lad and one hour catching you will be and it is your word against the performance of the players. And at this juncture, the Kotoko team cannot sack the players. So obviously the sacrificial lamb will be the coach. It will prosper a good coach, but you know, not all good coaches excel in a certain environment. And you can't about the second coming of coaches. I'm examples, baby. Okay. So for me, you know, Oba no be there, but the situation now there, only nipa also sacrifice no.
To no between the Jimena to Wako. Scale so
onyai. So onu ni die kotobo. Onyai. Those around him and those closer to him has advised him to stop. He says no. Into ono there. So on fed man into. You know $4,000. Say 600 million. 31 days. Kotobo 27 years to come home. 600 million Ghana
a month.
Now say unyaya juma. I said you probably die. Unyaya da.
Kotogum say goals that this is say no. And on one working ball the Kotu net. Kotoko the teacher omo. Nti omba say you know juma.
Okay.
Oh yeah kwaba.
Okay, me yakoba on my first goal no. Who passes omo boy and say no go boy na say. He come out of film. It was an error. You cannot blame a coach for that error.
Okay.
But before the goal no. Omo pe goal into omo first goal no. Omo hwe baby a ball no start no omo hwe passes no. There be mo fan coach Accra. Oh there be you know how the Mr. Kessben ma yan hwe ansa na ko. Oh there mo hwe how they put the passes together. Na ball ni na musa ansa na ball ni kwa akobo ache. Until the error the goalkeeper. You cannot blame Coach Ogum for that error. But I'm saying that proud to the goal. Shekwe omo fa so put two pieces together. What hwe passes ni sa you know how they na to was here. What do you have passes? So we have ball.
Me ball. Yeah.
What do you have sa? O ma boss say. So so we you film.
Yeah.
And a fan
had work on the ball.
Yeah. So that is where the differential tactics comes into play.
Okay.
They would free favor no. Intimi na adwuma. E kwa be na be fa so sesam bibi o park ne so. Ansa na sesam bibi. Enti Kamara ne ma go ni say obi ade tum. But Shekoya baby a ball started here. It started from the left. 7 passes and son of ball nation. You blame a goalkeeper for that. You blame the system. And who is in charge of the system? It is the coach.
Okay, me call Dr. Muzuho namafa some kakrebi about in some yambi brain. Dr. Amuzu, the Pinese doctor. In Kuti ono so kakra. Nafi ye me famo WhatsApp videos na mo de abrayeno.
Yamisem Amuzu garlic bitters. Amuzu garlic bitters. When ye the garlic aye plus enubra nuntini. Any ahaban mako 14 ya kan for the aye. It a drona who din was ropa. Muamun the garlic here. Ye they afraid ru. When the os de bia ni pressure was ro. The hypertension. Onum Amuzu garlic bitters is going to regulate the pressure. The any a high sugar level. And I said the time bia was say or that obeju so ebriana jo kakra was no dry. Kakra na so come do. O was how na je wo hia Amuzu garlic bitters. Untini mu asisi. Moja no etimi ni akona beye wo mu. Enti amata mo bia won sei na 83. Edra American farmer no Amuzu garlic bitters. Obi said doctor me brepa samadana ho ede mame. Dr. Amuzu, my meduma dini nyine wie unya boga se ba go se gumu a. Obeda na ho. Uwo weak immune system. Ubehia immune booster. Garlic pekesefra. Se nyama we e boost immune system pa. Na nuwa garlic nya fight nyarewa. Uwo this year be a stroke. Akana atu form. To miensama no. Odanti aka na wabre. Ne home wasoro pa na kuma ebose kim. Hey, oda fifre bet ni pa na fifre tino. Di ohia ya Amuzu garlic bitters. Dia ne to ase twetwe ne pa yie, dia kan sciatic pains no ase sciatic no. Ne to ase twetwe no pa ababa na nanti nyina. Wonya Amuzu garlic bitters mo wie. Woye jan ho aduma. Itema mo di ho mo jan wie na awie. Ama obody de bie na 83. What was radia na? Anase wo high cholesterol. Why kesi abroso ana se bitamu biara bo se na oteso kan palpitation unya Amuzu garlic bitters no mu a sa how ni nyina e be free ho eya na kakan refree ade de ohia Amuzu garlic bitters. Amuzu garlic bitters, it detoxify the body. Efi boni enya free the pedua mu essential bua mamoja no dia fusani yie pa. It also controls urine flow. The odun so basa odun so be hia Amuzu garlic bitters. Edro way e dia pretty pharmacy herbal shop biara mu. Open no se mi se bia. Fanama na otibi su na frɛ for further and better direction. Amuzu herbal clinic na Mauji Hio Shalom. Me da hwefo ne tifo asida se ne e be sensia.
No, and so Remo Dr. Amuzu and yate Nenkano, Miss Remo, baby, I didn't know no bia no monko pebi na munto na wankasa obedi ho adanse pi. Ye me famo WhatsApp videos no kakra na fe emfa de aka no ento aso. Commander Griffiths and so ewa ha. Ye no betwetwe nkomo kakra kuma se Asante Kotoko supporters no. Kuku damba ko enso no. If I was a video to Kraba, Yeba, near Tosso.
So, you, Mr. Neme, be Hamepa, Cochugum, it may be semi Missa. Said the Oye, I say, a brown or Bocotoko, because system are all born and more players. From the Yeshe League, I see, about 4 backwards, which I say, I know be a team cost. Ye would also bought 3 back. 3 back him more boys. Osha see our boy. You lose first game, second game, third game. And to coach and be ma wa be system now born more boys. It was a sound sir. And no game. And nipa no obo papa ne baba ya. Ye hu yan say we in afiri. Che wan when ya no bo no gina mu. na ne mfa so pa na way say do coach na em say abro no boy better say kotoko e be me nako no be coach foforo because the oye no ya nhwe ya last season dia you lose games to as wa be 10 em say sa kwan na no wasi so it me srempanifo omonya no mo pe coach na coach ogumako they say confidence for any boys in NBA.
Sergio, Darren Bell, make a suffer Elmina. Sergio, this year, no, your darling club as Antokotoko or Tea Akoma. And no man quay, Rospana took Monument. Now, so Abanasa, Messer saying a better and a chin penny for a friend on the Ecosono. Oman not Tanasi. Psyching up being put on my man a psych up. What me the iron a Jume na president, so I psycho up ye. No more to me about Bonnie and Maya, can you be brave? The normal corner, what's the Akuma? Master Sergio. So much me as no may. And a crack on Sergio, be originally and one anymore. A boy, a pressure, a pressure. A buff from come on. Yen club your cracket, we big man. Sergio, Madame was brave.
Phobia, the phobia never see die until the bones are rotten. Say yo, good morning. You see I'm adum to me. Say yo no bibi. Wa kanti go. Na me boa marry Sunday me be wati. Say the baby on Sunday be because mo say o ya da has asem pa anti da kanti be why. Ya da o da kanti be bro. Say yo kakra we can say ya da has company for us. The house from penny for na see the players nas nyame shira o coach watala nyame mani nyansa or bet team nisa there ya sejo aso akra mpesa me kan say me be say me ma and the king any safran ko say yem fa ya no emobo football from management so that's it nti obu na bond bebu wo mu na omu ti o mu sun kasa na kotoko bejeli kotoko o be bi e kotoko no mu kana ko say man hu pe mu bi akose the nations are more than question man who Yameboa Sunday, again at Wasso, and follow has a show more than Sunday at Wasso. Mbakwa da koto. Dia musun kasa. No munya de we ana koto kwa ajili into still mwadwe sign na say de mo kan no mo kan. Watala ya mo na baso ai na watala ya de. Se jo nyame kan nyame no munya adu.
So you know good morning Mr. Shobia. Asimo kotoko. Say panti kotoko ne Everton for ma. Ti ho no masa. Ai na asa. Penny. Kotoko for ma reho ase ni poso dodo aden. Then ekoso monument. Omama ne mene na ya basa mane maje gusa. Munye bibi. Se moti enka munye bibi. Na mama ye ho tete. Yes.
Rijata Newton. Your friend Opoku Theophilus. Nemo. O friend me sharp amajiso. And none of idea. Yakoto konsem na yeka. Matesa no pay and this circus for so many coach. Coach Prospana took there from the start of the season. And Yamubinum Yaka say, Ocean recruitment awaye players are open. And the standard of Kotoko, baby a person Kotoko Kudruna. Coach Prospana Togum, Ontimi Yagman, and Pa, start here 1 goal project or the Shasha says, I said, the Agiagu, 3 matches on the row. Kotoko Lusunin in a problem, and I say, players need to deliver. Who tatis be a coach at the table. And he said, Circus and a coach, I'm not my yard. Nemo, a mom fat Ghana coach be here because, sir, Doctor Antiman Yagman Kotoka, Minjin, say, your coaches or Ghana Bitman Abokotoko. Said the last time, Medican Kayano, said, Joe, say you bet my compete our African. Now ya share your team Sina or Ghana Premier League in Ma, or say you call African. Now you call picky players, any coaches everywhere. And yes, as I said, your coaches in our more Ghana no. Or moving a hard in your pet. And Ra, if your results by or Ghana Premier League, a child say yes. After the league, no coaches in a year. Coaches in a year, my pa say Joe. enti ɔsɛ yɛ pam prosperity ogum onti moaye na yɛ players no so yɛ pam bebree at the end of the season yɛntima ma nwura mu Africa ankɔtwa akɛsefo no bi amba sɛ baabi a football na duru no yɛntim perform yo yɛ players no mo Ghana Premier League on perform no obo ba kotoko ne ha sɛ ɔmo ntimi mbɔ enti ɔsɛ yɛ gya ɔmo asɛm ɔmo na yɛ tiska ɔpem so nana yɛsrɛw sɛ baabi a yɛ football na duru no ɛnyɛ yɛ players a mo yɛ Ghana Premier League ni biam ɔsɛ team bowram Togo ani akɔfɔ best player na waba Nigeria ani akɔfɔ best player Tunisia ɔsɛ team bowra Africa na players a ɔmo perform wɔ Champions League na CAF Confederation Cup no yɛtimi twa mo ba na yɛpɛ very good tactical handler no timbe coach team na anya sade a se prosper na to kwa coach Ben Organ
Sergio good morning Michao no bejo fo nyina Nicholas na kasei Sergio kotoko asem na mpesa me kakra na mesre kotoko supporters no enura na mo park ne so na ohwe ensem ebi mo kan ne huro mu huro oguma efa ba bi no Sergio na ya say supporters na mo hwe ball I don't know say minim ade potia no mo yede omo hwe but o hwe the attitude of the players on the field Sergio efa ba bi mi hu ne say enye coach ni problem because chances be a kotoko nyae any the kind of playing be no more bono me hu as a coach na also be kire ade be as a player professional player e was a way enti supporters you kuroni ade na is about time supporter unions no ebia omon the players in town na so mo asem be catch players no mon catch players no se zo mpanifu bi na ewuro omo no mo yes na ebia ompese coach ni zo failure and also see another part wo ho no mo na fe kotoko goalkeeping department na nkasa no Sergio omo hwe minimara de mi bisa senipa oye goalkeeper trainer no na tena from Ambolora omo no Felisana mutama be seen ne Camara you so dia now there is a problem at the bench also omo hwe because goalkeeper bi obeko national bebia na is a team and enema ye den ekofom so goalkeeper trainer no te ho no what is he doing so I just say enema bi cause also omo hwe technical bench na nkasa yi enye ogum no nko as a whole enti na ose ne me bo no omo hwe na mesra council say and the blaster match is incredible for the first time Mama blaster for no more empty stadium and they will be here with TV so share will be here with be but empty stadium ho di enka mesre omo nene you know o de ombe omho bia o de omonye na mesra mo no nka mo no modwuma pa moye
Laka. Good morning. Frame Keke. Kase free asafo. Fa coach of Blaster no there. Now some no there. Bro, mo amunim say sa coach no onye coach. When scout no microphone say no coach Ghana Blaster. Coach no onye coach I say a coach Ghana Blaster or scout. Na nipa bi surface interest in tea na mo fa sa coach the buy. Tomorrow is omwa Ghana. Go for na buy. She no dey muntra so. Na me mra kotoko so ya ka kotoko asema ka. So good. Omwa go team no. Wa the players, players bo. Team mo trama ogum ogu kotoko team ansana. Mo say coach ogum omwa kotoko. Slow tum for Nana the power show. Nana the power show. Ogum ogu team no. Ogum ogu team no. So Nana for next from Nana so wa now for ogum man but ogu team no na. Nana so boy ogum no dey omo kotoko team no. Ogu kotoko team no no jawa ko. So mo be yin flu no akoye ni IMC member so IMC you na ya fa coach wetimi ya coach kotoko team no na bo ma yi team no for na team pay na pa chow andi die and the kind of papa. Some you can be a who says or kind of color. Uncle Sosa. Go. And the massive. Morning, I'm in your.
Hello, good morning. Sergio, your friend Eric Boyd, me free bichim. Sergio, mama mama baso. Na Sergio, eda na blaster eniema ekui. Enti santrefo bi no mu a ye say ye bebu nya ntachi animu ase na.
Adoso ye ka se ye fa ni nyina ye nkomo no enso ebetwitwa ye wonema bebrebe ye besremo a Muhammad videos na ade ba ye ntima mo no mfa nche. Next time maybe amudie no na ebedi ekai. Yeah, to also the Amamo Kessben television, Kessben 3.3, Kessben 92.9 Accra. Mayene Commander Griffiths nso eni enkomo kakra. Meka Commander Griffiths muta ehu asante supporters kuku dampa na. Safu Jemfi behu K5, behu Commander, behu na papa yi wabo ye papa o se ni soja ni kese pa. Na ono so oka supporters mpeni vwe wande bi omo na ma. Sa Commander na team ni mai. Kotoko kuno. Naro.
Muna kombo se to sensa.
Muna kombo se to sensa.
E tachiwa.
Mo sa e di mama bi. Hey. Mo go ya sa video ni ana picture ni mama yes.
Muna kombo se to sensa.
Yes. Commander wa ye ne no chuchin komo kaka mo saka mo mama re. Commander ne ban ko yi o akwa ba.
Yam Sergio.
Say ye de.
Nyankopon adom.
De Nyankopon asipa. Kotoko kundodo.
Obeni.
Aso time ni na sisi baby team beko bia no udi akire key decisions and supporters need take meetings upon meetings and that's some kitwa but still enkoye
Sergio dedi kama menchia Kotoko supporters na menchia Kotoko operations teams so any playing body ni nyina Sergio Kotoko problem na wo sese no me de minim de mate eye coach
the unim ne the what
yes me obia ni ho no ma Kotoko ya
commander na soja tade ejira ho yes commander we dey need go
over set there why my credit preach my o minim da
okay
minim ne ma me pa
e ne Kotoko zina ko
sir minim set e wo teche me teche ma na me tena
wona me
so mo be ye Kotoko
say me nan fofo na me ko jama kra ye no mo ba
tisane mood kakra
ne mood but we say no set there no if you na aka bi na my problems you because any coach din ko was a Ghana league no ntimi mfa 25 players in boy league and 25 na wi ekonya say 23 nti at least for 20 tina na enia be Di Maria na set to say mo ne other two guys that is 27 30 nka boys two igwane ye still nke your numbers bia ntini nyina aka bi na set ye pushing but
what's the problem
coach because me dey ma me hu ni say last season you started and see na shase coach ni players problems na no mo keka sa ni ba ye ho so no na ya bo 8 matches ni anya 1 point this season I start one na two players do on buy players or do buy new bia na do on buy a coach na do on buy ya bo 4 matches at 5 matches you nya 1 last season de na bi ne yese ekono nti sade na asina wo de players for aba na sade kro na ekoso bi ai se ono yiri tifie na bi ada bia wo pia wo beba na yiri do atem ono kasa na se one do decide so ke na de na wo twi mimpie ya se wo hu oba ni su se okay mi job on tin corner me tena fie no oba ne nkasa bi mti problem ni but at the kro na see last season no the same thing they repeated this season meaning say problem no enye obi ayewo itu na ese ohwe osuba na ye ne wakasa Sergio Kotoko support bia no obetima kasa we defend wogum se ne meda
okay
e fasa fo Jamfi K5 ni support bia platform bia me wo so o ka bibia about ogum negative ni mayiw
I see
me defend no the second coming because of the omona na yan ponsa time ntina mpe but Kotoko na de naba ohene na de naba nti ese support nti ye ne mpanyfo ni bi kasa ya because sebi yeso ye kasa kakra omutie na omode eya na nyina de support ema ye ne din komo me first na metimi ni wogum gina phone so 3 hours
I see
commander masua nyansa ade we bi nsibiem ade we bi na ye nyina ya tutu ye hofo a because ye pe Kotoko ni ye ensem we start say sisi ye no waka ho asem we yi the spiritual aspect amanfo say spiritual niema we to ncha physical ogum na ye problem no.
I see.
Because game we say aye boy ko ball na no aye lose yi. Nation dey. Okay. Yeah, tina bonten say omo si ogum. On tranchen, or tranchen akotoko be we ni. At least wo dey see e pese ehun say supporters say bo abro na say omo ma abro no. Nka ti di omo kan wa bonten. Nanka wo dey tina enchen kakra. Because e pese ehun say supporters na say no omo ka no. Eye no kra na say enye no kra. Okay. Because they say almost players and they say problem you buy and say one year had be so but a beer na your fault na players na be on more than den and so any panini ba ko ne wo kasa Saturday anyumre be 9:30 say chama coach sa na ma we nyina e koso mo kana bontin no say ubetie me a because ni say me support me boa nka tena nchen kakra wo de ye bibia wo ba pre-match ni bibia wi o mo be start game no wo de say o yem yo ya ne kwatena soro wa na ase o de kwatena fi ne kohwe game na ye nhwe boys no performance ni say wo na o mo mpɛw ana ase den wo se mate ade achi ye hu ya so aboko tum no abegina ho enti e ba en ba bia fort ni free ban ye hu ze say o mo de hye players o mo de hye obi ebo wudin ti ne ma bi wa sacrifice say o ti supporters no esu bi na ye hu woni boys ni bi di nkomo ansem o mo kafa coach ho no e different coach ju di nkomo ansem o kafa players yes ye timi ni bi di nkomo sir me catch you say Joe because you what here because we pay team no omo can be omo can negative yes if a coach yes me met you say free bear 3 days near bobo sa match we say na no say me say ka me ko training ground kwa ko bunku to dwa po say strong for money into ye yes supporters no na dey say coach na bibi o mun jama nka ba no omo kan mun nsem omo kan no say Joe I say wa pa obi ayo bone na wa pa na chew ba se nipa na hu no o ma wa titiwa wunya hu ni so ogina wo kra na mo last year
nuka say bo player bi edi ba nsem be sa no
oh nsem ni bi the way akosi ni say kasa wo mo ho won obi won ma asem o ka na bu na bam nti ohun so ogina ho no mo hu say de obe bi anya ne fe ye nipa boys ne nya nkra hwe nsa wo fo bi ti say pep mo de say mo di ball na chi ani o mutimi ni di ball na mutimi kasa gidigidi bat o mu wie game na obo so omo ne omo ye but omo si ye coach ntesa uye bibi nation mu ehye mu bibi enu do be ni bia nyefe hwe ye babo ye ko baseke binim si ye start is ye goals aye ba nyina na ye hye 1-1 de goals ana ye hye nyina na hefo na de ba ye left back no ene Lodamo ane Patrick ene na hye goals iti ye no hye ye ko bo Legon City game no ene no ye ka so coach ade ne ye ko bo Legon City game no ode o benchi Lodamo ane Patrick because you know so ye goals ni nyina no ho ni free ba ye timi hye more goals but ye 1-1 bia ye nyane de if from side because men kind apart from say Amidu akwa ball ye ne young apostles on ball game ti ade ne ebebo Legon City sa ode ne ba no ko fa na system ne obekire niema bebre mu ne so okay we na okay ni nyina no ye se kasa tenten top onko de ehia de supporters nya ye resource ye nya resource asa de we se ni nyina no emma wahu ena say sa US koyi omukoyi senka coach ti ase say onkwa enka bia nka ye nuru ha o
oh sir
oh yes because that say na pikin ye lose match beba ye ko US ni lose match enti se ye ko US na na form na na ye wo no enka bia sa Lagos City ke bia betumi ahwe ho be 2 ye chai de koy
o ben players na we nso ha o
ha players ni bi se players ni obi anya abisa ni bi
ha say nye ogum fault as when
but se niema bi won ma se ju na nka se ye se bia mo nyina mo te ha se Kessben for sports ya wai se bi papa bi ba na ye che na afu se nipa ba akwa na mienu bi enyama mo tirim de na wo mo tirim enti niema bi wa sacrifice o visa it is one ko boss aton any time bi apese o call holidays obi anu ni asemo
I see
problem na won say
o man ko bi ni nwinwi
yes ha bi mo hwe omo ko pre-season se na se kotokoko jama ko ye pre-season meboa e ba e coach catch there say nipa 18 ontimi for mo nye pre-season because onye nya ne full set no but US ye di nipa 7 de etimi ko di enti sa is it because ata na wo yare ni ntina wantimi anko ana na se am pese team ne beko enti u head ba bia problems ni eye coach ye besre me dia me se me ni oguma nkai se ka ba de sama resign ko se ogumfo se odokotoko pa na nsem a yetena bonte ne nyesa na woni tirimu a esen kwa resign
woni na ka ho nsem maka bibi sa ati ma suggest bi a chen sa
se
intimi ni yede be ya on faduma
onye
how do you know so
onye hwe Sergio ya va se bia se bi wa betra han oba na wani maguase achina wani maguase adeche wani maguase ni abekata so upamu 18 players yemu bi na defend yo ye gigina mu ye believe in consistency we good ye kwa na na kwa ye ntam kra no ne emu ate ebi sei won kwa ne ye gigina mu aso o da bi obe pe won nsem a won ye kai 18 players ko coach no kai ebi nsi kotokoda o kai nti at least esen kasa season we say no en ka de kra de wutie supporters na wo ye ne me be supporters ani age en see ya start ya bo ka bi ke lusu ye second game no kra esen ka wuja to na woko because last season the na bi ne yesima ye koyi nti coach ogum de me de me penasem me defend no anytime be me defend but yesre no ese nne ye bebo base su club ya on fa letemra se on makotokokra nka se on pam no onu an resign no onko
mo ye serious technical and meeting no money IMC
eto omo nwie enu kwa se omo start se omo kakra IMC chairman no kra nsi no kan so nana mate kotoko nti me damase munji mu team na menko
so who say there obe resign so what next
se ogum so onko
nya de obeko
obeko ogum beko
mo be force no na ko
Sergio en force ba ogum beko
how
there be obi an ni house how he enura me free obo ase me true so full am see am faka ko papa panyini pa mu ya kran camera me ko to jesi share me botom panyini pa so me ko to dwa bu ko to dwa wo so full eye honom esu pa cho say ade na as if say me da ko to payroll so enti ogum de ope kotoko pa de ayesre no on fa adwuma no nto na wonko
I see enya de obeko so one next
Sergio obeko
force
enya force ba obeko onu abeko hwe so jam you be see if your body no go here if your here no go here your body go feel am
oni so jasem bam
enya so jasem o there be entertain but ogumunya ye onya kotoko ni maye
okay say what is it
you see if your here no go here your body go feel am
we soja
enya soja Sergio
soja we
enya soja so aso I say oja akra yes so honam de obefiri obi amebo
say
na onu abehu
the body go feel am
the body na be feeling about no na be na sasa ne ma akọ
na die na ma believe say die na ma coach desire to onko
ye ni sika oje na oje $4,000 what how
yeah
oje $4,000 what's onko
okay
$4,000 what say is be almost
$600
sa dollar 10 cedis say
dollar 70 dana
dollar no dollar 15.5
15 yeah about 50 yeah okay
the last time you checked
that was Friday no
oh, okay
I do 17
oh yes
that be I drop Friday now about 15.5 something
oh Friday no 15.5 okay
into the research can we never multiply $4,000 who this can chama ye mu bia ba be wu because of 4,000 wo bo abija no
enya de obeko
Sergio
enti mu se wa
yenhwe nne ene yenhwe nne ya ankopem ochina se wogum onkwa Sergio amanfo owu enu oboase wo oboase na hu papa mpanyifo bi omusu a o rebe ho
sa
mpanyifo pa onkwa de obi ebodin me penasem o me pe wogum asem me penasem pa me ni din komo pa ono so pemasem ba bi aduru ne nya namfosem
the who say na so antia the body go feel am
yes if you are here no go here your body go feel am
commander
Sergio asempa na me catch on
o di soja de
enye soja mi kotoko mi ni appointment wo mi na payroll so mi ye supporter
okay
enti ade a ye pese ye makotoko no Sergio ani brabo onye serious because ya
mi ni be bia o ka
ya o ya pe ye mu bi mi kotoko operations mi na me tie
yeah
yen discount management wo
okay
by each match bia no ye nipa 20 obi 200 Ghana cedi 5 years ni multiplier saying
wow
yeah the support team ni keke obia management bia ye started na ya mponsa e ba ye na me ka say no at least anya bibia na ese management ye kese operation team ni na sefo na me amete platform ni eni mpanyifo bi kasa ado mo ba so ma e bitimi tua mo mo wabuche kwa bi kwa timi tua bia 500,000 ye fa mo mpa ye ma team no ye bompa na afo say sorry aye nam no ke sa mpa ye no ye ko ba bi obi ka kire me say ntimu mani abri wabusua ne we sa na obrema wo mo ni ye we say nyina ma na say still na no ne ma mfa enya spiritual ogum onja team no nto na wonko wow 4000 no ko chade o UCC o say here obeje ne 4000
commander
Sergio serious
if he hear no go hear
if they hear no go hear the body go feel am
woman and then it na
yeah and I say by 6 ogum de letter to me madam for pa no ye wie sesi ana omu yo meeting am frag as coach ba bi aduru ne de ba beka ma dwe me ye se me nkasa but ma beka e say wo ja team ne to ono because enro am na yo me phone to do ne si charge we Francis as me na me kotoko panyine na because me ma ko je me platform so me the platform bi si e kiro and attempt di omu di me no hey enso me nya obi wo obi kura na ojo na odu ase obetimi aso ni si ato na to ba bi but so obeti aye o platform because on fa ho ogumadaro manti wow obeka de ese o catch ye ntua meka e sacrifice ni nyina ye se kotokoti ni bepeja nti se enkoyi a tranchen
all right commander yedasi ba say waba na kwame ayi na wo fa free na nim ho very careful
and me fa na me fa
so kana wa
nti cafe se ankase na so be
go feel
ka ka be so be catch se e body be feel
we have military talk
e borana
David yedasi pa
Sergio be me dasi ti yesre mo mwa na ya ogum nko mo so mo mwa ye na ogum nko
is ohene na betima pa
ohene de ohene be ye but anumguase na e ba na ka ohene wu kasa na omo kana bonti ni what ya say enti ye ntena se ma hu ohene ni ma ase enya wo $4,000 awuji nti no na anumguase ne be ka ohene dabi ebi abakra nipa na betimi akasa ma sebi na no atra ohene na penkra to we senya kotoko a ofuso betimi ahu na penkra 101 say etimi akasa etia ne da ba kotoko lusu a bo hu small boys bi wo Facebook timi ka se mu read wo Facebook na hu nipa no se ase wo ka kire ohene mu a
omamfa bia nya nkobia
ya because of kotoko nti ade na ebegu kotoko na nimu ase de yesre na namo yesre ogunu de na omo ma 6 mo no kotoko
I see you better sipa
Sergio Miss Medam was sipa
enkomo enso ebiom Commander Griffiths was so I'm so one for that tomorrow o de ye nwi bia wa ha
the body go feel am
so for too much
c'est tout so the photo so for
bia o say me na dia na mbesa me ye
soja
yes me feel o mo me pinso
commander ba na hu na won sheda hu
no the tere kata na nim
je kan say Commander Griffiths
I want you to know
we for bra
I see the finish o tu tend them wo ye it be so
who say Commander Griffiths mo fa
na mbesa me ye de
ne soja
me me pe
ne soja na pesa
ko do na me do mo nyi se me feel me so na hu soja na hu feel
ne picture na o se uniform do to
over picture ni sa no
the normal na the team master de kwalo mu die chire boko the team master de kwalo ama was so de opa ye fe your body go feel am
wow that's commander commander no
assistant
yeah assistant ono na jina atia no okay
no set uniform na
say akra kito wait magic commander
set you get 20 nyare
another commander Jessica wo dey enter your body go feel about all right kotoko esu ewo boase no na hat folk so ani agide din e Karela tamale yenhwe ani giena no mo komu kakra na fe kwa Mickey emfa aboafo no nsensem kakra emra and a new team also so black stars yenhwe hat folk Okay, yes, I'm going to cover Emra Kessben Television, Kessben 93.3, Kessben 92.9 Accra. If I'm told, and Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Obako Ati constituency, Kofi Echampo constituency, Minyan in TSA, and 4 p.m. Pepe, Dr. Baumia, Ebeko, a year, Afano, Southeast, Adujama, to be precise, nti yɛmfa nkankyerɛ mu nyinaa na monyɛ no so nyankopɔn yɛ adom a 4 p.m. pɛpɛpɛ Dr. Baumia ɛbɛkɔ Adujama yɛnhyia wɔ hɔ na yɛntwetwe nkɔmmɔ. Alright, nti menim sɛ training grounds ne adeɛ nyinaa no ogum bɛkɔ hɔ nɛ anaa ɔno ɔbɛkɔ training ground
ɛnɛ training
hɔ
ɔkyena
ɔkyena
ɔbɛkɔ training
ɔne kɔtɔkɔ bɛyɛ training
ogum
yeah
saa
yeah
okay no menim sɛ tena training wɔ hɔ deɛ a
nti okay that training wɔ hɔ no ntumi nkɔyɛ training
nyame bɛkyerɛ sɛ gyo baabi aduru me boss ɔse baabi aduru adwo afa mpie to brɛ me ho ani brɛ na aduru no
tuma ne nkɔyɛ training
obi nka saa
alright
ba ne yɛkyɛ sɛ bi ɛbɛbɔ 6 no na wɔni hɔ nti ebi akyena no kɔ no a wɔbɛkɔ no sɛ adeɛ nkyeɛ nti yɛntumi nka sɛ wɔgum bɛkɔ but menyɛ sure
ɛnɛ mo bɔ pɔ bi
obi a mmɔpɔ
Some next game
yɛduana
Mufre na
yɛbɛbɔ has na sɛ yɛkɔ saa last season 7 ni mu nyina na ogum da so te hɔ ɛnsi
wow Commander Griffith said
against us no never travel
me sɛ menyɛ nkɔtɔkɔ mpanyimfoɔ no bi ɛyɛ na apenkra na yɛkɔsi apia mo ɛmo na ɛyɛ ɔmo adeɛ but yɛ supporters ne deɛ saa too much si yɛ akai yɛmpɛ sɛ yɛbɛwura mu a mo obi asa bɛkasa tia wo hene
ɛnyɛ ogum ne bɔbɔ
menyɛ sure menyi ni da menya nso ho da yɛ koraa
wow
sɛ matches 2 yɛ akai anim ogum bɛkɔ akɔtena bench am ya sa ko lose saa 2 matches no ensi
okay na mba bibi
ye nya hwe ba ensi
I see
sentina me ka so me see if your year no go year your body go feel am ensi madam for pa no me ni ye close ye ka se me platform one for ye me see ye ka ye want emfa me ho but ye say bi kwase anko anenze sanadwen me dia me ne ka se na me ka se me believe in consistency me dey me ka kire ogum ko jizito senka dreams epamon in tema ke bi Africa one for man do ho and am the Senegal coach here example so what be 4 or 5 years wo hu ni mistakes ba ho de what na ho ade na esi ye na what am the same thing ni repeating ho de a bo apaye na so be so okun ye
me dey me one players na omo starting win
yes
and the
when players ni bi di nkomo a say player de wontimi meka e wa abonten but wa oni ni close ni di nkomo a omo kan sem e ha adwen woni coach so ko kasa obeka different things as a player ne de ne so nipa boni ni bi mada oh yes
still
na no the player be example me free me ankasa me free player no e ma ne na for 2 so no mo ho no kan sa de na nipa se wa akra na wo ka che nipa ne sa de kro na wo ye no wonte so ba wo wie ya be ka kire se nipa ne ba ye na den nsem bebre bi adan
wow
se jo ya wo
mbese me ye na ko fan sembe bre
sem ne se de ma post kra me kasa bi mbat ye be saba antu se ogum beko ai urade
message woni bi commander for coming all right Commander Griffith senso no enya sam ketu akra wow bitum se abufuo ni awerho na asem am mixing come
yes
12:52
obusuafo na ba nti se ka ne no hwane we ni mu about
so
ka we ni mu kra
oh man coming in nam chikra
na edina wanko
time no
aka 7 minutes na one meet me didn't na wanko wo se ade a ope de
na ma mempe
nti se ngo
uni mene hawa
o ma me de o kasa o amsa na se o kwa ne bo wasum no eno enya no kre
obi am wasum pacho
obi am nti wo make move
bebre kwa ndu achiri
udu achiri oh
onye okay still
na sumbo na suyi
140
oboa suwam your body feel up
your ears no be here no your body go feel up
okay. Republic Bank say me fund to any man no pay say celebration some say ko Republic Bank a won be boa ye papa obi a pay loan na de aye adwuma o pay loan na de atoka o pay loan na de ato edan ye be man loan ni bi anaso bi a unya credit cards o be so investment o be bi a do sika be wura na mfaso abaso de amount corporate digital and retail banking a Republic Bank Republic Bank and also show mechira kwan wo ba boaw eyie papa ma sikasem akoye ediama BOG Clinic Alternative Clinic Diagnostic Center BOG yaso no your number is 0240 512171 0240 512171 obio diabetes, hypertension, stroke, peptic ulcer, or bone disorder, or a warm challenges, or prostate challenges, or asthma, and nasa obesity and the how. Yari be a how bianum for when it's BOG Clinic. The cabin behind MTN. One more officer, our ene Aja Hotel, edition Mukumasi, in crying, your West Legon, your West Legon Pharmacy. Takradim, your Naji adjacent to a year choice mat. Ko BOG nearby Boom, ama Yaribia Haubiano, it was here at the amount. House of Fortune Limited. House of Fortune Limited. Yadu ko Dubai Mwako ye Juma. A Jumano ad dese, a Jumano ad daho, aye penny padio mako. The country your number no. Your number is 0554 547 915. 0554 547 915. Yen and now friend on number we so Dubai Jumano on sabetimi akebi. Sokobain ye Benkufo School Junction so. O passport picture, we CV. Medical fee of 500, registration fee of 300 Ghana. 4 passport pictures, are you ready? Pet, that is a Dubai no. Who could be Nisa? Tortina 74, and only T74 drop. Num T74 drone be ko ni peduenum. T74 ko ni peduenuma. A ko boost immune system, or kidney problem, or heart problem, or lungs problem, or eye problem, or HIV, COVID, fibroid. Nina sibetu at the amount. Any drugstore, chemical shop could be anu benye biato. Your number is 0246 073498. Latest form, your partner for life. Wabrebomu yonkwane latest form the V sofanaba and the L sofana so be jasum. Vino 6,500 Ghana, Elno 3,100 Ghana cedis. Ko pebito natinum akonya papa de ye. Hebaso Company Limited, the Hebaso criminal at the big just so Hebaso criminal be now apply. Kit to be your Hebaso cream in a sachet and your Hebaso cream in a tube. Kopebito apply kit to be a penis no ho or apply kit to be we are not a bread on your bandy beshim and nije dear or be fan sakwa. Yet the elephant ointment a big just to sissy na yo koto drip what person where used to be. Sadekeba pada cocoa draw internal cocoa, external cocoa never used to be. Elephant heba Mr. Ayo obia ye metim anase obia o problem cocoa ho ebeko Flazon 600 ayo stroke there and no aso be Flazon 600 na wanom onom a sa problem in esubetwa edi amount ko pebi yendro ebito any drugstore chemical shop obenye biato your number is 0244 750 510 wey eye kwen faso ebe kire CDC yitre adodo nyina friend baba ye chokwa beto faso ayitre enhye eda ho yie papa ewo ho a oba kumasia ye be kire eye baba training section hair and care plus so hair and care plus and the this adwumedie ede aba enunti nchemu no ewo ho a ye de bebro de emu nchemu bia betima free 0558 503535 0558 503535 offer number we so a ye be so na bibia konkan enso e the amount
okay edi mampon baby so say ekosai
general mampon baby som ye guso a mampon baby som se de nya de bia afibia ye no 27 homes and afibia ye ko ne koyo mo adoye afidie drinks de ye ni problem bebre because Dada Kusi, ama ye drinks awodoa. Was it 27 homes ne Dada Kusi na no. Yemfa drinks no enkomomo. Nti afi de genua.
Mu ya drinks bia.
Miss da me dabi.
Okay. Mu ya okay.
Yeah, okay broso.
Wow. Articulate about ko de. Dada Kusi. Dada Kusi o, Dada Kusi ada bia me boni di.
Ah.
Oh, dango police.
Unyana na.
Dada.
Uye no hojuma.
Miano.
Miano.
Dada nyamisha.
Nyamisha de pa. Into amaye drinks bebre for 27 homes.
No.
And the kuno. Oh. And the kuno. Nti sabre de niema kike chete se mo oil drinks no sorry mo ne eye oil ne baby food no ene ntoma no ene nkora mpaboa no na sabre ye hwe ni mu so de ba be kan ye de drinks de general relax my
enough
enough that akusia that room
but so that I was had this car crap piece
I was say eno wo ho and a biscuit nti that akusia nyama na this year oil ne de general aburo tajiri ntia so
Nyaminsha what is
Nyaminsha pa Nyaminsha
na
pa
oma kotoko wini kakra ma o
na wakoma
nini
inti sanyama na pese ye be fa obebia wo bia na ye number ne 0549 887444 0549 887444 and that's the bit my audio momo 1 city 2 cities 3 cities ye be momo number ne 0245 759593 0245 759593
edi be ne beba
edi beba Kessben Foundation Kessben Foundation and a sabre so BOG Hospital BOG Hospital and so abekan ye ho ono na die mu tintiman on the 30th ye blood donation oba be free screening oba
asida
house oba oni ne doctors medical doctors and yes omo the doctors
opportunity intense
or the medical doctors neba obi a wo eye problem wo skin problem yare bia how bia no de donate blood no ya medical doctors mu fi BOG ba no de no amba be boa doctor Edmond atare doctors
bia
fabra bia 30th no on sini na so a obeboa ma bibia konkai
nka mo ho se sika mo famfa line no eso be san bobiom
0245
so now dey ba kana man me
0245 759593 and ye sika 0245 759593 and na nyema ne so now dey by 0549 887444
wow
your body go feel am
nyanka any your friend is saying kunafo mo konfo ne we omo papa nyamina etua hoka ntene ban 10 yes intimisremo a monye tentem na nyanka no omo ebreye papa
on the note of your body go feel am
yes
yem fa
the same way your ears know they hear no
net is was soon tiasemo
body no e be feel am
e chesen
ya kasem na wontia se ye broa e man tia se na ye djuma
togu momo bro no
on casa
na chesen
okay breaking news up next the mun na say e was animal ehia no nine the live commentary be ba free Accra Sports Stadium Black Stars omo any Niger